Oh, there's something I didn't tell you. I was spying on Tommy's funeral from the groves with your binoculars.
Phantasm. Is it a nightmare?
That tall man picked up Tommy's coffin all by himself and put it in the hearse.
You're crazy.
Phantasm. Is it an illusion?
The funeral is about to begin, sir.
Phantasm. Is it an evil?
What the hell's that?
If this one doesn't scare you,
We gotta snag that tall dude and stomp the
you're already dead.
Don't open it!
Welcome, everybody, to Midnight Cinema, your deep dive into horror, fantasy, sci-fi, cult classics. I am Art Hennessy in San Diego, California.
And I am Erik in Salem. And the podcast is about to begin. Jump scare! Jump scare!
That's what I have for you.
That was good. I got it. You need a boy.
Yeah, I didn't want to ruin the boy, but there we are. Here we are. Boy,
Here we are.
Boy.
So those of you who have read the title of this podcast may know that we are talking this week about Phantasm, a 1979 movie starring Bill Thornbury, Michael Baldwin, Kathy Lester, and Angus Scrimm. Directed by Don Coscarelli. Written by Don Coscarelli. Produced by Don Coscarelli. Cinematography by Don Coscarelli.
It's the same boy through the whole thing. Did you say Baldwin? You said Baldwin.
Baldwin? Is it Michael Baldwin? Is that the wrong name?
Yeah, no, is he a Baldwin? He's not a Baldwin, right?
I don't think he's
Could you imagine?
I don't think he's one of those Baldwins.
Not one of the Baldwin. Oh, it's going to do it. All the whole podcast. He's not one of the Baldwin boys. No. Oh, see, you get all the names. I don't even give a poop unless I know them.
Well, there's one name big in this one, as you saw, that I just repeated, is Don Coscarelli, who created this movie.
Yep.
He actually wasn't a first-time director. This was his, I think, third film that he had done. The first two hadn't done all that well, but he had a dream. He
did.
He literally had a dream that inspired this movie. He got obsessed with making this movie. He put together some ideas. He shopped it around. No studios wanted to fund this movie. So Don had to put everything together and really do this as an indie film.
Yeah, like his mom did all the makeup, and they shot it over the course of, what was it, a year?
They do it on weekends.
Yeah, they rent the plates on Friday, and they get Saturday and Sunday for free or something. I thought that was
That's
fun.
right. Yeah, that really
That's the way to do it, Art. You have a scary dream, and you're like, I'm going to make a movie. Man, if I did a movie on all my dreams, I'd be arrested. Like, Erik, you can't. What is your problem?
Well, we'll get to it. What the dream sequence was that he had, because it's pretty iconic. But yeah, he had to do it himself. Long process writing it and putting it together and re-editing and cutting things and reshooting things and putting it back together. And you can kind of tell that when you watch this movie as a whole. But
it's interesting because apparently it was a 3-hour movie.
When they assembled the first cut.
He's like, this is good, 3 hours. And then people are like, no.
Yeah.
So I have to admit, how many times have you seen this?
I've seen this. I saw this. First time I saw this, and I'm putting it in quotes. People can't see me. Quotes.
Oh, I can't either.
I was at the drive-in movie theater, but we were not there to see Phantasm. Phantasm was playing on the other screen, the screen behind us. And of course, I wasn't interested in watching The Rescuers or whatever the heck we were watching on our screen. Hot lead and cold feet or something.
Hippie Longstocking.
The Apple Dumpling Gang. What?
Hey! Don't diss the Apple Dumpling.
I'm not gonna. I'm not.
Oh my God!
Future Midnight Cinema. No.
Yes.
Our first series, Erik, will do all of the Apple Dumpling Gangs.
Oh God,
no. But or Escape. Escape from Witch Mountain. There's a Midnight Cinema.
Remake. Let's just do the remake with Dwayne Johnson.
Right. So whatever we were watching, I was not as interested in as sneaking away from the car and going over and watching this movie that was playing on the other screen, which I could not hear.
I was going to say, what were you leaning up against somebody's window?
Right. I could barely hear it, but I had the images there, and we'll go through it as we go through. I'll tell you the images I remember from seeing on that big drive-in screen as we went through that I was able to sneak. But I did see it later on HBO or whatever, and probably watched it several times then. And then maybe on video at some point over the years. But it's been a while. It's been a long while since I watched Phantasm. So I was going into this with definite memories, but not really understanding how it all fit together. So that was my experience going into this watching for our podcast.
Huh. Well, this is another one I've watched when I was younger. So the younger me comes to the front of my brain when I watch a movie sometimes. So when I watched this, and then, gosh darn it, Orsina was camping somewhere, and I couldn't sleep, and I kept seeing like little, I guess we're going to call them dwarves in the bedroom. So I couldn't freaking sleep. I thought, come on, man. But the way it's done, Phantasm is done in a way that you don't realize, I think, how it's going to affect you watching it the first time.
Which is part of its success. It did have success when it released. It did after he made it. Yeah, after he made it, it cost about $300,000 to make this movie back then. And it was picked up by a distributor. And obviously, this is coming right on the heels, so we're 1979, of Halloween being one of the most successful movies of all time, a small indie horror film. So I think at that point, studios were looking to pick up possibly something like that. And a small distributor did pick this up. And it went out on a rolling, back when we were kids, I think we didn't even realize so much we were watching it. The way movies like that would open, movies like Halloween, things like that, it opened like in Los Angeles in March, but then it wouldn't come to like the East Coast till the following October or something. It would then
making its way.
It would then go to Texas and then to the Midwest, and then it would roll out across the country. Maybe New York would get it a little faster, but it did have a rolling release, and it made a lot of money.
Millions, like over 10 million. I think I read $17 million. I don't know over the course of how long, but I thought, damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On a 300.
There is a lot of sequels, Art. There's 5.
There's 5 altogether, right?
5. But this one, this one's the one. I have to admit, I watched Phantasm, and then sometimes I do this, Art. I watched Phantasm 2, and then I watched Phantasm 3, and I was like, okay, stop. Because if you watch the other movies, it kind of takes away from the first movie a little bit each time. So I'm telling you guys, if you like Phantasm, you haven't seen it, and you watch it, and you can deal with some of the 70s music, then maybe don't watch the other ones. I don't know. So that's all I got on that.
Eric, we usually talk about the sequels near the end, but I'll just jump in here and say Don Coscarelli, he actually was initially resistant to the sequels because of exactly what you just said. He felt that, how do I explain this? If I explain it too much, it's going to ruin he's sort of on record as saying that.
Yes, but if you hang on to the end, I'm going to ruin it for you at the end. I will give you the entire lore that didn't exist the first movie.
But I would say, for those of you, sometimes people listen to our podcast and then go watch the movie.
Yeah.
If you're at all interested in this, go watch the movie, then come back and listen to us discuss it. This is a movie pretty well served by going in completely not knowing what's going on.
And we're going to try not to. I guess we're going to try to just go through the movie without the spoilers. Because we just start talking about the movie for what it is. Phantasm.
Let's jump in, Eric. Let's jump in and start.
No. Oh, okay. I'm ready to jump. I'm a little nervous, but I'm ready.
A little nervous, but here we are. Phantasm, red lettering on a black screen with that synthy 70. It's kind of ominous, and I'll say this is. we don't usually break it down this detailed at the beginning, but it keeps you in the dark for a little bit before the next image comes on. It's sort of really mood setting, right?
Yep. Yes, Art, because that, if you watch it again, you'll be like, oh, good. But yes, it starts, it keeps you in the darkness, which I like. And that sound, it's actually, the music is creepy. This is the good part of the music, is the ding, 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 ding. It's good. It's good. And what better way to open, of course, a movie with a cemetery sex scene? Isn't that the way you do it? That's the way you do it, right? The horror movie?
Death and sex, Erik. Just get them right in there.
Death and sex.
Now we've seen this before. This gambit, Erik, with we talked about Fright Night. One of your favorites opens with sexiness on the soundtrack. Those types of things with the image of going through a suburban neighborhood and this is going through cemetery headstones, but we're starting to hear those sounds. We know what's happening. And we see the two legs, the women's legs and the guy's legs together. Yeah, there are four legs.
To me, I don't know if you've ever, engaged in intercourse, but I mean, I think we all know how it works a little bit. Can you just
when I was at the drive-in watching this, I wonder if I understood completely.
I don't think you could have, because all you could see is both sets of legs.
Yes,
but they're facing the same direction. So the female's on top of the male, but the legs, how are they? I feel like it's like a hook on a wall, and they.
Yes.
I'll just do a visual for you so you can get another stomach cramp. But like this, where that's a little. I don't know what's going on.
How am I supposed to post this as a clip when you're doing these hand signals?
It's a hook.
So the top half of their bodies are hidden behind a tombstone.
Yes.
And we're seeing their legs. It's this woman and the shoes. Okay, she has these stylish shoes, high heels on.
Yeah.
And he has like sneakers that look like they're from Payless or from like I don't know, like service merchandise back then.
Service merchandise.
But one of them is off. One of his shoes is off, and the sock is dirty on the bottom.
What is the deal with it? Through this movie, you're going to see one shoe come off. Now that you said that, I'll try to. Yeah, I don't get. Maybe she's a woman of the evening. We don't know.
Well, what is she is going to be a real interesting question as this goes on.
The woman in lavender.
That's what she's called, the woman in lavender.
Yes.
Because she is in a lavenderish dress.
Well, is she though, Art?
Is she?
Oh, dear.
But we're cutting to now faces. We're seeing his face and her face. She's a very interesting looking woman. She has kind of an interesting face, sort of like almost like you'd think like a 60s, like hanging out with Andy Warhol type of person, right? Like you'd think of like that
weird eyeshadow. And what's the angle, Art? The angle of the camera, it's almost up in her nose.
Yeah. We're looking up.
What is
but
this?
She's striking. I will say that.
Sure.
And he looks like I don't want to.
Was he?
I don't know. He's a guy. He is a guy.
There's a show, animated cartoon that I don't think is around anymore. It starts with a C. I forget. The main guy talked like this, and one of the guys lives in a trailer park, and they have a dad with that huge mustache that goes down. These mustache. He looks like he drives a truck.
Yeah.
Oh, there, Clarence. I did it. Clarence. You know that little kid show that you watch? That's a weird show, but it reminds me of like a truck driver. That's what the guy. He's like, oh baby, oh.
Yeah, their sounds are. It's
not sure what they're doing because he's fully clothed, as far as I know, and he's like, that was great. I'm like, what was great? What was great? It's not in a book.
And we get a very very quick shot of boob singular.
That's right, Art. That is correct. If you were going to mess it up, I would have corrected you. It's one boob.
That's right.
For some reason, she's holding the other one.
I almost wondered, Eric, if it was like a contract negotiation or something.
Well, while you bring that up, Art, the actor, the woman in lavender, a lady in lavender, said, "I'm not doing nudity." And so they got a stand-in, a photo double, and they gave her credit as, I forget what it's called, woman in lavender, one boob. No, it's
the way she's holding it was almost like you're gonna pay me $2,000 more if you want this other boob on screen, right? That's kind of what it's
like. One boob is going to be $5,000. Two boobs, let's say $7,000.
Right.
That was most of the budget, was the boob.
The boob budget. But it's that we've talked about it before too, Eric. It's that sort of unartful, just like, here's the boob, like you're here for an R-rated movie. Boom.
Yes.
Like here's it doesn't look like it cuts in well with the scene either, with the lighting and stuff. It doesn't.
The part of me that knows this movie is thinking either that the director is a genius, because when you watch it and go, oh, okay, maybe you know why they're doing these shots. But right now you're just like, why aren't they showing her face and her boob? It's just, full screen, single boob, and some really nice nail polish, and that's it.
Yeah. And then, speaking of Hook.
Yeah.
This is sex and death. We talked about it. She takes out a knife.
Yep.
It's kind of long. It's shiny and right. It's almost like something out of a Dario Argento feeling, right?
It looks like a sacrificial knife or something you find in a
that was the feeling I very much got on this watch, because I know we had recently watched Suspiria, and I was like, oh, this has that vibe with her in that dress, like the way she looks.
But the guy's surprised. He's surprised. Who knew he'd get stabbed? And then something weird happens as her face changes to an older dude with like a really bad haircut, from like if he retired from being Amish, but he still wanted to have some semblance. You know what I mean? And he's got one weird eyebrow. So what is that all about?
It like dissolves, and it's him, and you're like, okay, is this who? What? What's going on here?
That's all you do, Art, is you go, what?
We're going to talk about that haircut too, because I think it changes throughout the movie.
Oh, yes. Yes.
I guess the pitfalls of filming something over a year on the weekend.
But it's beautiful. I love it. It's beautiful. You wouldn't even notice it unless you're us.
Wait
a minute.
I know.
But they cut to this amazing house. Did you know? Did you have an idea of what it was when it first appeared? Or were you like, oh, that's a house?
I thought it was, because it appears, it's actually the first thing I think we see before we see the cemeteries.
Yeah.
I did think it was a house. The first thing I thought of was, oh, this is a house. I kind of knew the movie, but now it's revealed that this is a mortuary. It's a cemetery house. Yeah.
Funeral home. And
/ mausoleum.
We're just going to have to do a podcast about it, because it's the same effing house in Burnt Offerings.
That's come up now.
Twice.
That's come up twice.
And Oliver Reed never stops coming up. He's always on the podcast. So isn't that fun? It's the same house.
Yeah. It's a good house, I have to say.
It's huge.
It's a good house. It looks like it. But we see that, and then our two of our main characters are going to step into either side of the frame to have a conversation.
If this is a funeral home and they're going to a funeral, they parked really far away from the house. That's like a 7-minute walk to that funeral home from where they are.
Yeah. And it's, they say, Eric, the test of really good actors is if you can deliver exposition and sound natural. How do you think these two guys do in this very opening scene when you meet them?
Oh, yeah. Like, hey, you want your friends to be in the movie. This is the opportunity. Perfect opportunity.
We should say that these are people that he knew. One of them is very a good friend. So we're going to meet Jody and Reggie.
Yes. And Reggie and his awesome haircut. He's just not giving up that ponytail. Balding, but a ponytail. Love it. So I guess their friend is dead, right?
Yes. The dialogue is like, can't believe he's gone.
Can't believe it. No.
Hell of a way for the trio to end.
Yeah, suicide. The trio. What are we talking? Oh,
So they're trying to get us caught up to speed here. And then Jody, who's going to be our main guy here, he says, I got to go see about somebody. I got to go.
He's going to meet you in the funeral parlor because it's the funeral.
Yeah. But he's going to go down into the mausoleum, though.
Yeah.
We see him walking through this great set, I have to say, for a low-budget film, and them making this set with basically just plywood and contact paper, right?
Yes, they used it. Even if you know that going in, they used marble wallpaper or contact paper, and it's this harsh black. Well, there's so many lines in it, and it's so unnerving. But it looks like a $1 million set.
Yeah,
So even when you know it's contact paper, I was looking really hard, like where are the seams? It's
great. It looks really good.
Yeah.
And they have to do, like you said, it's that thing of knowing that it's on the cheap, but they have to present it as if this is a lot of offshoots and hallways going off of this. Like it's almost like a maze of a mausoleum that you have to walk through. But correct me if I'm wrong, I think it's like one hallway that they're basically rearranging things and shooting from different angles.
And it looks great. And the people he hired to do it never built a set before, and they built it like it was permanent. Can you imagine that?
Yes.
But they have these great statues. There's these white marble, not marble. Yeah, I guess more white marble statues in different places. It's an amazing set. I thought it was in this building. I didn't know any better when I was little. So it is a creepy ass mausoleum with all those. Is this still a thing?
Crypts. They're like crypts. Yeah.
Is it still a thing where you put people in the wall in a building and you can come is that still a thing?
I don't know. It's I think it probably is.
It's creepy.
And I don't know if they actually put the whole coffins in there anymore.
Yeah, they
Maybe
put the whole coffin in there. Yep.
Yeah.
And they seal it up so you can't smell it. But he's walking in there, and then I don't think there's music here. I like it when they don't use music in this. It makes it even creepier. But you hear this thing like, it's like it's just
that's a pretty good. It's like a garbled.
Right?
Yeah, and he's like looking around, and then he bends down. I like the filming of this because it just the shadows, the way that they're filming this hallway, and he turns around and there's always like an empty corridor or an empty something. It's just out of his eyesight, and then he leans down and we see he's looking at a particular crypt with a label on it, and it says Jody Senior.
Yep,
Pearson.
Dad.
Yeah,
Right?
Jody Senior, which would have been his dad. So that's who he's going to check on here.
Yes, and the movie's only just started. You're in a mausoleum hearing this creepy ass noise. So it's already grabbed me. Like, what?
Yes, I will say
the one boob. We got the one boob. We got murder, and now a weird noise.
And now we're gonna cut to dirt bike entrance. Dirt bike, Eric.
I love this kid.
I love this dirt bike. That's how back then, the 70s, you wanted to show a certain type of kid. He enters on a dirt bike. Think about Bad News Bears, Kelly Leak, dirt bike. Yeah. In
the cemetery, just kicking up, ruining the grass art with his amazingly beautiful hair.
Yeah.
Right?
This kid.
This kid's hair is awesome. He's supposed to be 13, but he's got this great 70s lock of hair.
Yeah. He's good, this kid. I'm going to say I like this kid throughout the movie.
Yep,
he's really
his name
good.
is Michael.
Yeah. Which I don't think we learned for a little while. On my second watch through, I'm like, we don't know his name for a little bit.
But I'm telling you all, his name's Michael.
And we don't even know how, if you're going to this movie blind, you wouldn't even know how he relates to things yet.
Nope. I don't know. I just see a kid on a motorcycle.
He's this kid tearing ass through the cemetery.
Yep. And we get those sounds again.
That's right. But here we sort of catch glimpses. They do a really good job of these cuts, Eric. They cut, he keeps looking around. He'll hear that sound and he'll turn around, and then behind a tombstone, you'll just see a little bit of a flutter of something like a cape or a
you don't even know. Yeah, what is
or something. It's just like cloth going behind a tombstone.
Yeah, and it's not just a regular tombstone art. These are like some awesome These
Yes.
are monoliths.
This is a real cemetery they're filming in here, right? This is
Well, yes. I actually don't know the answer to the question because they rented a lot of the tombstones from a movie set.
Oh,
And
really?
if you look closely, you can see a couple that have a little bit of stuff eaten away in a styrofoam. But yeah, the bigger ones, I think those were imported. I'm not sure if it was in a cemetery, to be honest.
It probably makes sense, Eric, because actually looking at that, thinking about that cemetery, I'm like, wow, people have a lot of space in this cemetery.
Lot of
'cause
space.
Those things are spaced out.
Not lined up. Everybody's got a big ass headstone. Amazing.
Right. Yeah. And yeah, so he's seeing these things go around. And then we cut back to Jody is still in the mausoleum and he's hearing these things. And we get our first tall man jump scare.
Yes. I don't know what we're going to count here, Art. I'm thinking we're going to count something that's coming up. So really, I'm just going to say, I guess I could say, I think we're to count. No, we can't count it yet. So I'll just wait.
Okay.
I do have a count. I think,
but a big hand goes on Jody's shoulder and he looks up and this guy is tall and it's the face we saw on that woman. Yeah. We should be clear. He's tall. He's got a comb over. And his hair, like you said, it's this weird sort of,
it's hanging down,
cut almost, sort of, a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the guy looks older. I'd say he looks 50s, right? Maybe.
Yeah. And like you said, he has that upturned eyebrow look. And he's like, the funeral's about to begin. Like, he puts a lot on this, sir.
Yes.
And
he's like, thank you, sir.
And I was wondering if that was a little improvisation by that actor.
I don't know what it was like. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So Jody's a little freaked out. I read afterwards that they actually had the actors. Jody is actually a pretty tall guy too. And so they had to put the tall guy on some apple boxes for that scene to emphasize the house.
Yeah, they made him wear shorter suits. Suits are too short. I think he's 6'5".
Yeah.
But anyway.
But I think Jody, that actor, is tall too, they said. He's definitely over 6 feet. Yeah, he's up there. So
we're at the funeral of the guy. And what's with these suits, man? They're cool for the 70s. How big can you make a lapel? How wide can you make your shoulders? These suits are something else. It's like just like a foot away from a zoot suit.
Yeah.
It's like one step away from a zoot suit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And we learn here in the dialogue that Jody has a little brother who he wasn't allowing to come, wasn't supposed to come to the funeral.
I wonder who
but
that
the little
is.
brother knew his friend. But that's who we're putting together now is out here in the cemetery.
Yeah. And Artie's not allowed to come to a funeral, but he can ride a motorbike on his own through the cemetery. Oh, yes, the 70s. Yes.
But it's so true. But we see the kid in the cemetery. We're like, oh, that must be his little brother. Yeah. He's looking on with binoculars as Tommy's being buried, as the pallbearers are bringing Tommy. That's the friend's name who died, the one we saw at the beginning.
And after the funeral ends, nothing really weird happens there. But then he's hanging out, and we see the funeral car pull up. The tall man, nobody's there. He takes the coffin, and it's this great music too, the tonal music. And he takes the coffin, he picks it up like he's just carrying a 2x4 and puts it inside the car, the funeral car, and drives away. I'm like, whoa, what the heck is going on here? So he stole the body.
Yeah, but as it's almost like that coffin. We watched 6 guys bring that coffin out. The pallbearers, and he just picks it up, puts it under his arm, puts it in the truck. And Tommy sees all this through binoculars. Yeah. I mean, Mike is the kid.
Michael, yeah.
Yeah, who we don't know his name, like I said yet.
Well, we do now, it's Michael.
Michael, yes.
I said it's Michael.
It's Michael, yes.
Michael, everybody. It's Michael.
And Eric, it was only on watching it a couple of times, looking at that coffin, I could see it's very light material, and you can see at the top it's kind of cracking a little bit, and you can actually see daylight through it.
Ruin the movie. Why
no, but I just have to say, you have to watch it a bunch of times and pause it to catch it.
It's amazing. It's what is the deal with this guy?
Yes,
So he
exactly.
is something is weird. Nobody can lift a coffin like that.
And then cut in really hard on the John Carpenter-ish synth right now.
Yeah.
It really cuts in,
But it's good.
very heavy. Good, sounds great. It sounds like John Carpenter though. It's almost like a ripoff, I would say,
Yeah.
of John Carpenter. But good. It sounds good. But now we're cutting Mikey here,
Mikey?
young Mike.
Why
Mike.
did they call him Mikey?
I didn't. They didn't.
Never.
I call him Mikey.
You're going to call him Mikey?
I'm not going to call him
Mikey.
Mikey, but
It's
I
Mike.
think
Michael.
Michael.
Or if he's serious, it's Michael.
Well, he's going to a fortune teller.
Okay, all these cuts are just, you must agree with me on this because you're watching a scene, then all of a sudden you're like, wait, what? Where am I?
Yeah,
This is what's happening. He was just at the cemetery.
Yes, he goes, but he's walking down the street, and there's a big sign with a hand on it, fortune teller.
It's a
This town
red
has a
hand.
fortune teller. It's a red hand.
It's just a big ass red hand.
Yeah.
It's like a Saruman, like, ugh.
Yeah. So he goes in there, and this is where we're going to get okay, if we want to count stuff, Eric, we've already had one blonde in this movie.
Oh, we're going to count blonde
This
hair.
is blonde number 2.
Oh,
answers
yeah.
the door.
Yes. This is a director thing, Art. I'm trying not to blame you because I
Okay.
agreed to do these podcasts,
Okay.
right? I agreed. You said, hey, you want to do a podcast? And I said, yes. And now I can't sit through a show or a movie without going, oh, yep. The director only likes this particular style of person. Everyone's thin or blonde or this or that. The boob sizes, guys all look the same. I'm like, wow.
Okay, so we'll
all
count
blonde
as we
hair.
go
All
on.
blonde
It's
hair.
all blonde women. So
Yep.
this is the first one, and she looks like she might be just a little older than Mikey. This girl,
Maybe
and
she's
gonna
15.
Yeah, she's like 15.
Answers the door.
Answers the door and brings him in for the fortune telling.
Can somebody call the fire department? Because when you go into this freaking house, how many candles do you think there are? I didn't count them.
Oh my God.
How many
And I'm
candles?
like, are they going all day? Because
Right.
does she have that many appointments, or did she like?
Yeah, or she maybe they're endless candles. They don't burn. They
And
burn
is
for a long
Mikey
time.
just dropping in, or did
I
he have an
don't know.
appointment?
A lot
yeah.
of candles.
But he apparently goes to her, and
Visits
so-
her a lot, I guess. Oh.
Yeah, and this is where this is what you're talking about, Eric. The cutbacks. It's kind of confusing the first time that you're watching it. So the grandmother's going to listen, but she doesn't really talk. The grandmother, she's
The
in a
grandmother's
wheelchair.
a creepy, like
Fortune
a
teller.
whistler's mother type of thing. Has
In a-
the glasses on, blind. and-
Wheelchair, right?
Who's creepier? What?
Is it a wheelchair that
Yeah,
she's
he's in a
or-
wheelchair. It's that changeling wheelchair, I think, that
Mhm.
weird wheelchair. But who's creepier, the grandmother or the young girl? Because the young girl delivering her dialogue, it's like she's in another plane of existence. And she's got a star. Do you know she's got a little star on her cheek? It's like almost like a little star tattoo. And the grandmother has one on her forehead.
Yes.
We don't get any reference to who these people are in Michael's life. He just comes
No.
and is like, hey. And it's real creepy because he's like, can you tell her? Oh, she can hear you.
Well-
"Oh, okay. Yes, you can just ask her. He's like,
Well,
I'm
he
having
says I-
weird dreams. And
Well, he said, I found out Jody is leaving.
yeah, Jody's taking
And
him
this is where it gets weird, Eric, because he's talking and it's voiceover, and we cut to him and his brother Jody are pulling into a driveway. And the first time you watch this, you're like, wait, is this after the fortune telling thing?
Right.
Or what's it's very disjointed. I'm not going to say in a bad way, because I think this whole movie follows dream logic in a way.
Yeah, a little
is
bit.
kind of its aesthetic. But what we learn as this goes on is this is a flashback of him discovering this. And
Yeah.
so they come home and Mikey's driving the car. So I guess Jody lets him drive the car too.
13-year-old can't go to a funeral, but he can.
Hot
drive
car
the
though. I
car.
will tell you, that's a serious car.
Yeah,
I like
nice
it.
car.
Nice
Nice
car
car.
for that time
Yeah.
period.
But if we're sticking with if we stick with this is where I said we're going to get into a problem.
Yeah.
We
Okay,
stick
that's
with the
fine.
psychic.
Yeah, let's stick with the psychic. For
He's
now.
asking these questions that I have dreams, and you can tell he's upset about his brother, and his parents are both dead. So he's really upset. And then all of a sudden, this little black box appears on the table, which looks like any fortune teller that you can think of. This is what this room looks like. It's got the table, circular table. This appears out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And he's, whoa, like that. And grandmother wants you to put your hand in there. It's like, what? He goes, put your hand in the box. Okay. And he puts his hand. He's like, oh, it hurts. It hurts. The girl's going, don't fear. Don't fear. Well, and as a viewer, I'm just going, what is happening here? And then he doesn't fear, I guess. And then it lets go. The grandmother's saying nothing. And then the 13-year-old kid pulls out a wad of cash. Like, thank you guys. And he puts the money on the box, and the box and the cash
disappear in front of him. Yes.
Yes. And he leaves, and they've been serious the whole time. Grandmother says nothing. He leaves, and then the girl turns to the grandmother. Grandmother turns to the girl, and they're like, like they just played a joke. I'm like, what is going on here?
Yeah, it's don't fear, I think, is the message we're supposed to take from it.
Yeah.
But also, it's that weird thing, Eric, where you're like, the box appeared and disappeared right in front of this kid, and he is acting like it's normal because
it's a little, but yeah.
Well, no, he was, but
then it's gone.
So like you, I'm like, oh, these fortune tellers gotta clock them because they'll be back in this movie because they have magic powers. They're not just scammer, or are they? But they're supernatural. They can make the box disappear. Is that a trick? My mind is going
and the money. It's like a weird ATM where you put money in the box, and it's such a weird scene. Then there's another. I know that some things would probably end up skipping, and if you go backwards, I swear to God, Art, I will.
I won't.
You say that, everyone knows. Everyone who listens to this podcast knows, Art, that you're full of shit. I won't go back, Eric. I won't. So let me just point out, hold on. But I do want to talk about so we're cutting again to weird things, but he's on his bike in the cemetery. There's the tall man, and the tall man goes like, he does this move with his head like, and there's a weird sound like, whoop, and the kid falls off his bike.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So this,
but I don't think Mike saw the tall man even when it was like, it's not like they showed him look at the tall man and the tall man, not like Carrie with the bicycle, crazy Carrie, and then she wing. It's like that is what's happening, but it's not like I was connecting that the kid saw it. Yeah, he falls off his bike. I have to get rid of this storyline because I just don't think people might be like, wait, what? Who? But I just have to say the continuation of the seance grandmother-granddaughter or great-granddaughter scene is, for some reason, the girl with the star on her face goes to the funeral home with some flowers. Is that her?
Yes.
I thought it was I thought it was another blonde.
I think it's her because of the star on her face.
Okay, I'll have to, okay. So, all right.
Yeah.
Because yes.
Something why? I don't know, but there's a black door with carving of what looks like
almost like a Greek or Roman phrase or something you'd say up there with several heads like busts of people up on there carved above it.
Yes, and we have no idea why this girl's here, but she goes there, she opens that black door, and there's just whatever's in that room is completely like there's way too many lights in there. And it's not candles, I swear to God. And then some sound goes, and then we just cut to her, you hear her go, ah! That's it.
Yeah, that we cut to outside. We see the building and her screaming in the background.
Gone. Yeah. So I just wanted to finish that because we're never seeing this kid again, I think.
No.
So there you go.
But yeah, and so, Eric, it's good that you point that out because there is a lot of that. We're going to cut in a little scene here. We're going to cut in a little scene here and then cut back to this. The movie follows that. But I will say it is part of when you're watching this movie for the first, I would say, third, you are intrigued. What is going on? What is this? Why are we seeing this? And it is competently filmed for the most part. It looks good.
It looks great. And it's not a cheap.
And the score is helping too. The score is helping give it that vibe of what you're doing.
It does make you confused, Art, and I think that's what the director wants. It's like you're not going to know what's going on. So it does. It just goes a little backwards and then a little forwards and then cuts to this and you go, but that's, I just wanted to help the listener with that storyline.
Yeah, it's done. It doesn't amount to anything.
No.
And probably part of, Eric, that 3-hour cut that he assembled. I'm sure we would have a little bit more information on that.
Who knows? Maybe we got scenes with the grandmother where she's going to her knitting club or something. I fooled another kid today with my magic box.
Yeah.
But I guess where we is it?
Well, we should just cover quickly that part of the story here is what we see from Mike's point of view is he learns while he's fixing the car, he overhears his older brother say something to the effect that now that Mikey is getting a little older, where is he going to send him, Eric?
He's going to it's like sending him away
so he can go off on his own and
he's nowhere in particular, just going to send him away. Because
after the parents died, Jody took on the responsibility of taking care of Mike.
Yes, and if he does send Mike away, I think Mike's going to be okay because he can frickin' drive and fix cars. He fixes cars at 13.
He's very resourceful, but so Mike is feeling anxious because his brother is possibly going to be leaving him.
Yes,
and I don't understand that at all, but we do
when we get to the end, Art.
That's true.
Okay, but I'm going to watch it. Listen, everyone, I'm going to push through this next one, and Art's going to stop me. But ready? So we see we see Reggie, the ice cream man. He's got an ice cream truck, and he's very cautious too because it says, be careful on the side of his truck, and he has the world's largest bow tie. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure he's wearing the bow tie here. And there's a scene where the directors was probably asked by these two, hey, we play instruments. You think we could incorporate that into the movie? And he says, sure. So there's a weird little segue here where him and the older brother, who's wearing a bowler hat, they're sitting, actually playing their guitars and singing.
I have in my notes, Eric, it turns into a musical suddenly. And we hear a song. Now, I will say, Eric, 4 movies. I wonder if these two guys really play. This wasn't bad.
They do play art. That's the whole thing. Is they're both musicians and they incorporated it into this movie.
And the song ain't bad. It's all right. Bad. I could groove to it. I could listen to Ice Cream Man and Leprechaun.
Yeah,
for a while. And remember their album, Eric? Do you remember their album?
Ice Cream Man and the Leprechaun. And they had another album before that, before the other guy died, and it was called This Trio. What was it called?
Yeah. I don't think they ever explicitly say it, Eric, but are we supposed to think that they were a trio of musicians? Is that they had a band in high school and stuff?
They had to be because one of them died and they broke up. It's the band's broken up. But then there's a weird thing with a tuning fork. He takes out a tuning fork. Do you use a tuning fork to tune a guitar?
I never did. I had a little device that I would use, and it would. But I think you could. Yeah, I think you could use a tuning fork. And so when you're watching that movie the first time, you're like, they're really zoning in on this tuning fork.
Yeah. Well, who cares?
Right.
And then I think next we have that. The older brother, whose name I always forget, so I just put older brother.
Jody, yeah.
He goes to the cantina.
Yes.
Was it the Dunes Cantina?
Yeah. Eric, everything I read about this movie, they say in the synopses and everything, they say that this is a town in Oregon. And I'm like, this is clearly a town in California.
Oh, yeah.
This is not like the Dunes Cantina. I mean, there are deserts out in Oregon and Washington.
Sure.
That I've been to, but this is...
I think it says established in something like 1936 or 1956.
Right.
But he goes in the cantina, and who's at the bar?
Our lady in Lavender.
Right, the killer is at the bar.
She's just sitting at the bar, and at first we don't see her face. At first, I think they hide her. She's in the foreground in shadows.
Yep.
And things, but she's very clearly, you can see her sitting at the bar. She's a very distinct figure. So I thought, Eric, another blonde. I just thought it was an extra. I was like,
count, right? This is still
we've already counted her. She's already a blonde. Yeah,
number 2.
Yeah. So
you can tell it's her because when he sees her, she's just holding one boob.
That's her move. Yeah, but
no, she's not. She's not.
And what we've learned too up to here, Eric, is that Mike likes to follow Jody around everywhere.
A lot.
A lot.
Yeah,
Kind of
chasing him on the bike. He's running on the. He's
So
hiding
we've
behind him in the-
established that Jody can drive and has a pretty cool car.
Yeah.
But they show us, while they're saying that Mike follows him around, they show us a scene of Jody riding a bike
Yes.
that doesn't fit him.
Yes.
The bike is not clearly his. His knees go up too high on it.
Mhm.
He's driving it down the middle of the street, and behind him, Mike is running
Yes.
on like the sidewalk behind him.
Yeah, so this
and then
was
Mike
the earlier scene that we said we weren't going to cover. But yes, because I so want to like talk about this as though everybody's seen the movie, and I'm trying not to pull an
Okay.
Art Hennessy here, but there's a reason why, in my opinion, the older brother's on this bike, because you're absolutely right. Why isn't he in his car? But we'll approach that at the end of the movie.
There's a question. I'm throwing it out there as a question.
Okay,
Eric.
why
So,
is he on the
yeah.
bike? Yes.
Why is he on the
I
bike?
have
So it's all I'm saying is it's a strange,
It
when
is.
you're watching it the first time,
Yeah.
you're like, is this a dream? Is it a flashback?
What
is
is
it
going on?
surreal? What
Yeah.
is happening?
Yeah.
Right?
And
But the reason I wanted to establish is because suddenly Mikey is at this bar
yeah,
outside the window,
Yes.
looking in at his brother
no adult
this-
supervision for this kid.
in this bar.
And his brother's he picks up the lady in Lavender, and where are they going to go make out? Of course, the cemetery, which is conveniently located next to the cantina, right?
He says, it's just up the road, he says to her.
Yeah.
And then she's kind of aggressive.
Oh,
She kind
yeah.
of pulls him in close.
Mm-hmm.
She's up for it. Yeah.
Here's what I love is they're in the cemetery, and it's the make-out walk scene. And this is very real art. Don't know if you've done it, but young and in love, I would be walking with my girlfriend, and we're just like smashing lips and walking at the same time. It's a skill. You want to get as much smooching in as you can, and they were smooching it up.
And I want to get in a little bit. I haven't said this yet, but they're shooting. They're not shooting day for night or anything here. These scenes are shot at nighttime. I think all these scenes we're seeing at night,
Yep.
and it's lit really well. I think they're doing a really good job of shooting nighttime scenes, walking through a cemetery and everything here.
I agree.
I
got
like the look of it.
shadows on their faces,
Yeah.
like tree shadows.
The tombstones.
Yeah, and it doesn't look grainy or that 70s horror film.
It's got rich blacks
Yeah.
in the background, and
Yeah.
it's good. It's good.
It's got hints of burgundy and the.
Eric, stop it, because you know what? You'll get me into how this is a
I know.
remaster.
You're
and
gonna go,
everything.
actually,
they remastered it in 2015. But he's like, this is spooky. She's like, no, it's exciting.
It's exciting.
Exciting.
And she just says to him, "What's the only thing to do in this town?" He's like, "Well, I go." And she's, "What's the only thing to do in this town?"
I wanted to hear the answer.
He gave him the answer. The only thing you do in this town is you have sex in the cemetery.
And now we get they probably gave some extra money to the body double, because we get full two boob shot.
Yes, I believe
in this one.
He wouldn't do it, and the director wasn't privy to this, but he had one of the PAs or somebody stand in and do an ass. So we got someone else's boobs in this shot. Two of them, by the way. There's two. And I think they're the same person's boobs. They're not like two separate boobs. And then a really nice butt. He's got a nice butt.
Yeah, it's
Not his. Photo
Eric,
double, but-
this is your. I know in another podcast, the underwear. There's underwear on here that
I was disappointed.
pretty standard.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
disappointed. It's that white underwear. It's just don't wear that
Yeah.
underwear, everybody. Throw it away if you have it.
But Eric, you must have liked. They show the boobs. Jody says, "Wow." And then they cut to Mike, who's still following them and watching in the cemetery. And Mike goes, "Wow." And then cut to little Art Hennessy watching the drive-in screen.
Wow. Oh. Yeah, that's awesome art. And I don't know if they did it on purpose. I always think that they do. But as he's running in the cemetery, he passed, because the sex scene, I'm just putting two and two together.
Oh my God. Yeah.
He passes a headstone, and the one big word on it is Bush. It just says Bush. But
This
it's
is true.
It's
Is
true.
this true?
You see it a
I
couple
didn't. I
times.
didn't see it.
Whoa. it stood out so hard that I went, it's gotta be somehow a joke. Bush.
Yeah, and then as this is intensifying our sex scene in the cemetery, Mike starts to hear sounds around him in the trees, and
they're different sounds.
They're different than we've heard before.
Scarier.
They sound almost like a dog growling or something like that. Like
I got a bear. I got a bear.
A bear. Okay. Yeah.
It's like a
yeah.
It hurts my
right.
Scary though.
It is scary. And then he looks at into the trees there, and you see something moving towards him, but it's really in shadow. You don't actually register completely what this is moving towards him.
But we have to count this as one because you see enough of it. This is view number one of what we're going to call soon the dwarves.
The dwarves.
So you see,
I thought you were going to go with Jawas, but
well, I am going with Jawas. They call them dwarves, but yes, I have
dwarves.
Jawas.
But I learned that this movie was being made as Star Wars was being made. So Star Wars wasn't out yet, so that these wouldn't have been something where he saw that. Because there is a lot that he clearly saw in other movies and put in this movie. No.
George Lucas, the thief.
Right. So this scares Mikey, and he runs, and we get a little humor here. He runs right in front of the two of his brother and the lady in lavender lying on the cemetery floor, and he runs right past them, and Jody lifts his head up. What are the mechanics here, Eric, that are going on?
Can we go over it a little bit? I think
let's go on.
Our listeners might be also perplexed. Yeah, he's got, and they're not great, but they're lace white panty underwear in his mouth. So yes, what was the process of getting the panties and putting them in his mouth, and then they're having sex? He had to stop what he was doing to get the panties.
Yeah.
I'm just to be clear. And he really enjoyed having them in his mouth because they were in there for like 10 minutes, right? It was
because he lifts his head up, and with them in his mouth, he's sort of like, what the hell is going on?
You know how you do that when you get it in your mouth. And he's not even done. He starts running and pulling up his pants, and he's still got the panties in his mouth.
Yeah,
this whole logistics of sexual encounters here, this needs a book on how people have sex in this movie. I would like to know how they do it.
So he catches up to Mike, and Mike's trying to say, there's something out there. There's something.
Yes.
And he has a good explanation, though, Jody, of what it could be.
Well, it's art. It was little and brown and low to the ground.
Yes.
What was it?
It's probably just a gopher in heat.
Oh, you never believe me. But we hear the sounds while they're talking. He's like, did you hear that? And this is what I love. He gives his 13-year-old brother, he goes, here, take the keys to the car.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like you've said a couple times in this podcast, you've said that it's the 70s. And he's pretty open with his brother. Hey, man, she's waiting back there.
But she's not.
Yeah.
She's gone.
No, she's gone.
And then we see the kid's bedroom, Mike's bedroom, with the world's largest. Is that a poster?
Cool bedroom. I think it's a cool bedroom.
It is.
I thought it was really cool.
Yes.
It looks like I don't know if it's a poster or wallpaper that you would put up, but it's a photo.
Wall.
Is it the moon?
It's some part of the universe, but it's not just the universe. It's one big, I think it might be the moon, yeah.
It's cool. He's got the awesome Afghan on there, Eric.
Yes. And fun fact, this is another truth. Everyone, this is true. I had that pillowcase with the leopard print on it. I had that pillowcase.
It's got the right feel because this isn't a period piece. This is being made then.
Yeah, they were cool. I don't know why they stopped making those. Those are awesome. Yeah, and this is an awesome, creepy ass dream that he has.
Yes, this is a trailer moment. Yep. This movie has a lot of trailer moments in it, and this was in the trailer, very specifically.
And while we're there, do you know what the tagline was? Remember the tagline for the movie?
If this one doesn't scare you, you're already dead.
Yes.
One of my favorite taglines.
But this is actually a very creepy scene. He's in the cemetery. His bed is in the cemetery, and standing on the back of his bed is the tall man, really tall. And then all of a sudden, these two, I think, corpses come up and grab the kid, and he starts screaming. And I will say again, this is a moment where I would go, and Art, it's because, but I'll wait till the end. But
they grab and they start
there
wrestling. It kind of goes on for a few seconds.
It does.
And I think the idea is with test audiences, the test audiences probably were like, ah, and they're screaming, and this would go on for like a beat or two, right, Erik? Longer.
Yep.
When you're just watching it by yourself, you're like, oh, wow, they really are kind of dragging this out.
Yep.
But we see that this is where we see that this is a dream.
But we don't show him wake up from the dream. These are the weird cuts. You cut to the brother checking the cantina. Have you seen this chick? Has she come back? Nah. Do we need that scene? We don't.
No.
So let's just skip that, Art, and go straight to the kid walking down the street that we just saw in a dream.
Yeah. Looks like the main street of a Western town from like Deadwood or something.
It looks like the Music Man's going to visit.
Yeah.
You know what? Who's that? It's Harold Hill.
The stage is coming in at 3:00, right? Yeah. He's walking down the street and he's looking in shop windows and everything. And then we hear, little music, right? And then we hear the clunk, clunk, clunk. And it's our tall man, full daylight, walking down the sidewalk.
Yes. Awesome.
With his
walk.
hair moving in that slow-mo, Erik.
Yeah. And he swings his hands.
Yeah.
And I will point this out. My kid and I were driving downtown Salem. We were driving up Washington Street, and we paused for this tall person to start crossing the street. And I was like, oh my God, it's the tall man, because the person was walking like that with the swinging hands.
Yeah.
Except this person had a cigarette, which made it kind of cool. So he walks really creepy in slow-mo, yeah.
So Mike's watching him from across the street, and just so happens Reggie's ice cream truck is parked and pulled up across the street, and Reggie is opening up the ice cream truck. So the steam, the vapors are releasing from the dry ice from the ice cream truck, and the tall man stops and pauses and turns. And what you think is, when you're first watching it, he's turning to look at Mike. He's going to turn to look across the street, or that he senses Mike is there or watching him. I that's what my feeling was. But no, he suddenly stops, and it's almost like he takes a breath in of the icy stuff coming out.
Yes, this is a controversial scene in the Phantasm world, because he stops and he does this thing with his hands, and then you can't tell if this is bothering him or he enjoys it.
Right.
You can't tell. It's a big, big controversy in the Phantasm world.
Why is it a controversy?
Well, I'll tell you later.
We'll tell later.
Spoil it for everybody.
Well, it's a controversy, but it is an intriguing scene. But then he continues on his way. Nobody
notices this tall, lanking, funereal man taking hits of frickin' ice cream gas. Nobody notices.
But now, and now we're gonna cut later. Mikey's in the garage fixing the car. He's under the car. Got the wrench. He's going to town, but he starts to hear the sounds around the garage.
I can't help but do this because I just listened to our last podcast. The sounds like this are. Was that it? No. Oh, that's Trilogy of Terror. Go listen to that, everybody. Yeah, those weird sounds like. It's just a weird, right?
And they're coming from sort of all around him, and he's realizing. So the car is up on a jack, a very unstable looking jack, which I think he seems like a more savvy kid, that I think he'd have a stronger jack to put that car up on.
He's 13. He's taking risks.
He's taking risks. But he's smart enough to move his feet from under the tires when he starts hearing these things happening. So I think good, competent filmmaking. There's no dialogue, and they're showing the jack. We're understanding he's under this car. Something's in the house with him.
Yeah, he's not telegraphing everything. What's that? Who's there? None of that stuff.
No.
And the car, the jack comes apart, and we think, oh my God, he's going to be crushed. And here's where weird thing is. He's got a ball. Is it called a ball peen hammer?
Yes.
It's the little ball on the hammer. Ball peen. Great name for him.
So he is kind of, this is a little awkward because it looks like he's jammed and stuck under the car. Like that there's a pipe hanging, like an exhaust pipe that looks like it's pinned him a little bit. It's not crushing him, but he's trapped.
Mm-hmm.
And then he looks and he sees two work boots, sort of like hiking shoes. And all right.
What?
Now, this movie's going to have a few things that I'm a little... He takes the ball peen hammer and he hits the boot on the toe. And we cut to Jody doing a curly from the Three Stooges. I expected his hair to go straight up or something. He goes, what? Like, yeah.
Right? Hey, now, what are you doing, wise guy?
Yeah.
And where's the leverage? How is he able to raise the hammer up?
Well, that's what I was going to say. And Mikey then just slides right out from under the car. And so that was all very awkward.
We're so critical of that movie. We're so...
No, I just...
But still, he's like, Jody, the things were back. And Jody doesn't believe him. He's like, no. Shut up, kid.
No,
what's
Jody
he wearing? Is he wearing a...
Rolling Stones.
Rolling Stones, yeah.
Jody's wearing a nice
Doors.
Rolling Stone.
There's a poster of the Doors in the
yeah.
page. And I don't know if you noticed this also, but everywhere you look, when there's the house, there's Dos Equis beer.
I did notice that.
Did you notice that?
And I noticed it so much on my second watch through. I was like, they have to be doing this on purpose. They have to be putting Dos Equis in there.
It is on purpose because Dos Equis was a sponsor.
It was.
And they said that there's so much Dos Equis that they used to drink it for breakfast.
Because after a while, I was like, this is like the Coen brothers putting like, what is it, pig statues in Fargo or something.
Yeah,
little
but this
pigs.
one is they
Dos Equis everywhere. I did catch that.
Yeah.
So then we cut up to Mike's bedroom, and he's like Rambo. He's suiting up. He's got a big K-bar knife.
Yeah.
That he straps to an ankle holster.
Yeah, it's a Crocodile Dundee knife right there. That's an odd.
Yes.
Yeah. He drives a car. He's able to wield knives, motorcycles, fixes cars. This kid's amazing at 13.
And then he before he leaves though, he's gonna leave. He grabs a necklace off the desk. Did you notice this?
Yep. It's a cross.
Off the desk, and he heads out to Morningside, the mortuary.
We didn't even say the name. Yeah, Morningside. Great name.
Morningside.
Great name.
Morningside. Right? And I love the detail of it over the gate of Morningside. The letters, the S is a little bit off. Did you notice the S on the Morningside?
It's a great cemetery gate. If you don't, you don't even have to describe it, because if you can picture the world's greatest cemetery gate, that's what it is. But he's going to break in. He's got to break in and find out what's going on at the funeral parlor.
Yeah, he just kicks in that window. It's a basement window.
Yeah.
I was like, is the idea that nobody's there after hours and he can just, because I'm like, wow. And then he kicks it in.
It's not that busy. It's a funeral parlor. They're not there all the time. Jeez.
They get deliveries at all hours, don't they?
I don't know. The thing that always bothers me about when you break in a window, and this one, he tried a little bit, they never completely break the glass. Have you ever gone through a broken window? That one little piece, that's going to cut.
Yeah.
So and he does. So I know that you got to break all that glass, and the little pieces, they never get hurt.
But he gets in that basement and he turns on a lighter. It's dark in there. And he goes.
Talk about the lighter for a second. What 70s have lighters that can also be used to as a flamethrower or a. What the hell? It was like a 4-inch flame off of that thing.
Well, what I liked is they clearly have another light that they're putting on there that's doing the flame, but but it doesn't quite match when the light goes on and off. That they're using
the lighter itself.
Yeah,
and I don't
the lighter
know if you
itself.
Remember, but I'm not a smoker, but I played with lighters all the time. They used to have a thing on the lighter where you could turn the gauge up and make it a low flame or high flame. This kid found the high button because holy shit.
Yeah, it's lighting it up.
Yeah.
And he goes around and we get a little jump scare here, Eric.
Yep.
What would you call this jump scare?
That would be That'd be the styrofoam head wig. So it's the backstage styrofoam head jump scare.
A classic.
It's the Mrs. Roper wig jump scare. It's that tight curly wig. You got any trivia on this? Because that wasn't their intention.
It was supposed to be a cat jump scare.
Yeah.
A classic cat jump scare, right?
Yeah. But they couldn't get a cat. So they said, let's just do the Mrs. Roper wig.
The cat was like, I'm not showing boob.
Yep. Cat's like, I won't do it. Not for that amount. Nope.
Yeah.
And they have 6 nipples?
That's the whole budget on a movie like this.
I just couldn't do it.
So wig head jump scare is, yeah.
But he goes up to where the coffin samples are, which I always thought was
which is a real thing. You know, I've
Creepy.
buried some people, and so I know that
Yeah.
they bring you in. It's kind of creepy and weird. You're like, okay,
Yes.
here's this model, here's that model.
Yeah. Do you want one with a lining? Do you want one with Wi-Fi? Do you know that they make some now with things like that?
Wi-Fi.
Yes. In case you...
Well, you got to update your social.
It's amazing. Would they have like a cup holder in there? In case you come back from
Well, I think there's a new David Cronenberg movie out right now that it's about that technology. It's about they have a technology where you can watch your loved one basically decaying in the box. If you want.
Up.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, which is actually a real weird thing. Ralph Waldo Emerson used to go to the crypt and actually look at his dead wife from time to time. And he'd take the lid off the coffin. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. Fascinating.
No, that's your thing. Whatever.
No kink shaming, Eric, on this.
Go right. We're not. I said whatever, Art. You know, do you want to watch your loved ones rot 24 hours a day? Go ahead. Do that.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a monthly fee.
But he's in there and
he hears somebody.
And we're going to get another henchman here.
What?
Yeah. This is quite a motley crew in the Morningside Cemetery. You got Lady in Lavender, you got Tall Man, and now this guy comes into the picture.
Yes. This looks like Marlon Brando if he was really pissed off and was in a heavy metal band and forgot to take off his makeup. And he's got a fedora. Who is this guy?
It's not a fedora, though. It's more like a golf hat or something.
Yeah,
like a sun hat? A golf sun hat. It's the type of hat, remember in Caddyshack that Ted Knight was looking at and Rodney Dangerfield said, look at this hat.
Yeah, it almost
buy this, you get a free bowl of soup.
Hey, looks good on you though. Hey. He also looks like he could be the tall man's brother, but you know what I mean? Like your brother's kind of, what's his name? Ron Howard.
Yeah.
And then you get Ron Howard's brother. You're like, wait, you two are brothers? It's like
I think what we're both saying here is he's not that scary looking.
It's weird. I think mine is accurate. He's a post Godfather Marlon Brando.
Yeah.
If he became apparently, I think it's called the caretaker is his credit.
Yeah. So he comes in and he's expressionless and he's approaching the coffin because our Mike is in a coffin hiding. So he's got it open a little bit with it propped up with the lighter.
With that awesome lighter. It's like a freaking Batman utility belt.
And in the background, Tall Man opens the door. They don't actually even say anything.
Nope.
Sort of the idea is, come on, we got work to do type of
thing.
They
never say anything.
They never say anything. And so they leave. So Mike gets out of the casket.
He's walking around the mortuary and he sees that same door that the Starface girl opened and with that frieze over the top.
And there's sounds behind it. There's but different sounds, right?
Yeah, it's like, whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
That's pretty good. And then
no, he comes around the corner and then this is where the movie you're still going, what is going on? From around the corner is apparently the security system for the mortuary.
Yes.
Right? The high-tech security system here at the mortuary is the iconic silver floating ball from the movie. It's a silver, that's all it is. It's a super shiny, I think cameraman's nightmare silver ball comes around the corner at top speed.
Yes. Whips around the corner. And we should say this this was the dream that inspired the whole movie.
Yeah,
is he had a dream of being
chasing him,
chased through a white marbled corridor by these balls that would come off a dispenser. He said they had like a weird dispenser that they would just keep sending it. Yeah, sending it at him.
Just one.
But it's great because you know why I like it, Eric, is it translates really well as it's like a nightmare or a dream you would have.
It is a nightmarish thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the ball is practical. It's a practical effect. And in the meantime, Marlon Brando is chasing the kid and he grabs him. And I swear to God, I think I figured out why they have this makeup on his face, but he's got this purpley eyeliner just all around his face. And his face is like a different color than the rest of his body. And he, just like you said, he's hardly making an expression. He's just got the kid and he's like,
So the kid's struggling and the ball is heading towards them.
Yep.
And we see as it's flying, the ball, two big blades / forks or something come out of the...
Yes.
It's almost like a switchblade type thing comes out the front.
I tried to explain this to...
Harpoons. They look like little harpoons.
There you go,
Harpoons,
Art. I was thinking like a solid fish hook.
Yeah.
Harpoons. Yes. Out of this completely spherical, awesome silver ball. And it's going...
Yeah.
It's like...
So now you're like, oh boy, this thing has these harpoons. It's going to stab him. And it's a pretty good effect. And then learning how they did it afterwards, Eric, it flies right into Marlon Brando's head.
Yep.
So the kid's struggling and it misses the kid and hits Marlon Brando right in the forehead.
Yeah,
but
not a very good security system if it's going for the kid. It can't duck down. It just, once it goes straight, it's got to keep going.
Yeah, maybe it's like like in Top Gun, once it locks on to you or something, it's like that's it.
Yep.
Yeah. And it go but apparently what they did is they did it backwards, right? They took the ball out and popped it out or something. And
they had a pitcher, like an actual baseball pitcher, throw this ball.
Yeah.
And then they did it in reverse. So when it's in the air, it's actually a flying ball, which looks fantastic.
It does.
It's just so great.
But it just goes whoop right. Right on his forehead, and those blades go in. So the blades sort of lock it onto the forehead. Yep. And then we see it has another piece to it. A drill bit comes out of the center of it. And I want to emphasize, when these are flying, they're perfectly smooth balls. Yeah. So you don't see compartments on them, but then it opens up and it comes out and it starts drilling into his forehead.
Right in the middle, right where his nose is. And this is why I think they did the makeup, because they wanted to cover, and I looked hard too, but it was drilling, a practical effect. And it's like I would say it's a 1/2-inch drill bit. And he's holding on to it like, oh!
And it drills into his forehead, but we're not done.
No, it's got more. It's like one of those vacuum cleaners where you get all these extra bits, and it comes with this, and it comes with this. Or a blender.
Once it goes in, it starts to spew in just a straight, steady stream. His blood the blood is shooting out the back of the ball, but it's not spraying. It's coming out in like a steady
It's
stream.
like if you turn on a garden hose and there's no fixture on it, and it's just coming out like that. A garden hose of blood.
Like, it's crazy.
A lot of blood, and it's so bizarre. Just going, what is happening? This is a mortuary. It's not a spaceship. What is going on?
Yeah.
And the guy drops dead, and what I love is you only see him from like the waist down. And I think this is the first time I really ever noticed it. And I've watched this movie a few times. Wets himself. Urine. Did you see that?
Oh yeah.
Right?
It's
a lot of pee.
It's a lot of pee. And it even has foam, like a little foam in it.
That guy's a drinker. He's a drinker.
I was like, now apparently, when they first made the movie, that was when the first movie was processed and projected. That was not like when you go to see it in the theater, it was not as clear and apparent as you and I are seeing it right now. It was only in later prints and the remastering that it's become so visually distinct. And you're like, at this point, all this weird stuff, people listening who haven't seen the movie, you must be like, what is this movie? And you are like, oh my God, there's pee. And it's right in front of Mike. Mike's like sitting there.
Yes, the guy died in his extremely full bladder. Yep.
Coming out.
You know the trivia on this. You've got to know the trivia on this.
No.
Oh, I love it when you don't know the trivia.
I might not know this. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, yay. So the movie was going to get a rated X because of the urine, not because of the 3 breasts, not because of the violence or the blood spurt out of the guy's head. They said, you can't show a guy pissing himself. That's rated X. And somebody pushed for it and said, hey, look, guys. So they got a rated R. But can you imagine it would have been rated X because of urine? How does that translate?
Well, we do have to remember that the movie ratings, things like that, Eric. For instance, a lot of people don't know, like Psycho, the movie Psycho broke so many boundaries with everything.
Yep.
One of the biggest boundaries that Psycho broke, which people don't ever realize, it showed an actual toilet flushing. I'm not kidding. I am not kidding you.
No,
Look it up.
I think, yes.
You did not see toilets flushing in movies.
Yes.
Before that.
And you couldn't have somebody say, oh, nuts. You can't say that. Ah, nuts. Yeah. So I just thought that was interesting that, this is that weird line of this is perversion, but yet you can show boobs and blood.
Yeah.
But there it is. The guy pees himself.
Yes. So Mike turns and then he sees the tall man.
Yeah.
And this is kind of a fun little scene. I like that they take the time to play this out. They kind of tentatively step towards each other.
Yes.
Right? It's like the mirror thing, almost like a mirror.
Yeah.
Where the tall man's a little ways down the hallway and Mike's like, and the tall man will take a step and then Mikey will take a step and they'll mirror each other and they're kind of, Mike's getting closer to him and the tall man's getting closer, but they're not running at each other.
No.
Yeah.
I hope you're not going to go over this. I hope you're not going to miss this line.
Yeah.
Mike goes, oh shit. It's just like he's trying to come up for an excuse like, hey, I just think it's funny. And then we have a chase scene. And I love the way the tall man runs. He's just like hunches down and books it. I love it.
It's almost like a Terminator.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
He does, but a really tall, gangly Terminator.
He's going for it. He wants this kid.
Yes, definitely. And they're kind of filming it as if he's reaching from behind. So you think, is he going to get him?
It is very dream when someone's chasing you and you're just out of reach. It's like that. He's just right behind him with his hand. Yeah. Pretty cool.
And Mike gets into that little room he came in the basement and he slams the door and pulls the bolt down. But it's that thing we do in horror movies. Then the camera pans up and we see that tall man's hand is in the door. It's his fingers and he's wiggling them around.
It's a great thing because it looks like his hand is smashed in the like it's almost impossible that his hand is in there. And that's where our knife comes in handy.
Mm-hmm.
He takes the knife out that it came in handy finally, and he cuts the tall man's fingers off.
This is one of the scenes I remember from the drive-in.
Oh,
I was watching this from back.
Oh my God.
I remember distinctly the yellowish blood that comes out from these fingers when he cuts the fingers off.
Yeah.
And then they're on the floor and they're moving on the floor in the puddle of gooey yellow greenish, is it?
No, you're right.
Fluid?
It's yellow. It's mustard thickness, but yellower.
Mm-hmm.
So that it's another strange thing where you're saying, who is this guy? Why does he have yellow blood?
Mm-hmm.
And why are his fingers still moving? So what do you do when you see a severed tall man's fingers, Art? What do you do?
If you're Mike, you pick it up and put it in your pocket.
Oh, you pick it up. Okay.
Pick it up and put it in your pocket.
A moving finger.
Yes.
Put it in your pocket.
So, yes, the logistics of this, Eric, I was wondering, because he's going to get out of there. Mike's going to get out of the,
Yes, but now we've got, I'm going to mark it, number 2. So we'll call them Jawas now. Some Jawas appear out of nowhere and start chasing him, and he just barely gets out. And what do? They grab a sneaker and take it. So we lost 2 sneakers already in this movie. And they have, you can see their hands. They have human-like hands, but they have claws, like really pointed fingernails, like vampire hands. It was pretty scary. And they're making those noises. So now you know that this is what he's been seeing in here.
But he gets out that window. So I'm thinking, Eric, so imagine you have the finger that's moving around in your pocket. So all the way home, you're feeling it move around in your pocket. When I was thinking about that.
Yeah, it's like trying to get at your nipple.
Yeah, you're like, you just feel it in there. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
And they go back to the house and it has great carpeting. Those stairs, man. With the stairs with carpeting, shag carpeting at the house. And
I knew you were going to mention that.
Do you? You know, I love that almost as much as wallpaper.
And the staircase has like those railings down the side, like
weird wooden or metal railings. That go all the way to the ceiling. Weird.
But we see that Mike is got a shotgun. He's fallen asleep on the stairs.
Yep.
But what's great is he's asleep, sitting on his stairs in the house, and the box is in front of him on a lower step, and the box is moving.
He's got a little box.
So we know right away the fingers in that box.
Got to be in that box. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
and this is where I think when they cut stuff out of the movie, you're like, good, because I just love the next cut is after the brother unloads the shotgun. They're sitting outside. They open up the box and it's the moving finger.
Yeah, because I thought what that was building up to, Eric, was he's like, you're not going to believe me, Mike, and everything. I thought it was going to build up to just a normal horror movie. Jody opens the box and there's nothing in it. Now the kid's trying. I thought, but no, Jody opens the box like you said in
there. And then the brother goes, okay, I believe you. We didn't even have to see any of the, you got to believe me.
No.
Goes, okay, I believe you.
Yeah. And it's moving around in like banana pudding or something in there.
The yellow goopy blood. Yeah.
Yeah. It's moving around in there. Yeah.
Yeah. And then, so the brother's like, okay, you know what we're going to do? We'll go get your evidence. We'll get the evidence and we're going to bring it to the cop.
To the sheriff.
Yeah.
I have in my notes here, somebody in a horror movie, let's go to sheriff with this finger in a box.
Let's do the right thing with a moving goopy finger and show it to the sheriff and see what he thinks.
Right. I do want to say, though, what's interesting is, though, when Mikey tells him about the tall man, though, Jody's sort of like, what?
Yeah.
I'm like, you just saw a finger in a box.
Yeah.
But you're having trouble swallowing.
He carried a coffin? That's 300 pounds, man. 500 pounds can carry that.
You're going to laugh in my notes, Eric. Mike says, Jody says, I just don't know what's going on. And I said, me neither. In
me
letters.
Neither. Yep.
I don't know what's going on.
But he goes up to get the evidence. The box is in the bedroom, the kid's bedroom. It's not. Shout out to
set design.
Yeah.
The paperback book on the desk. I love it all. The lampshade looks lived in. It's got a little fraying on it.
Yeah.
It's got one single golf ball on the tray for the bulletin board that he has up there. I just love it. I love this room. I love this set.
It's a very lived in set. I agree. There's probably somebody's freaking room already and they're just like, let's keep everything. But he goes to get the finger box and it's not moving. And
something's wrong.
You think the movie's on Freak already. You think it's not going to get any freakier than this. And then it dials it up to another 2 notches of freak.
We might differ here. This is a rough patch. The movie hits here for a second.
I remember being terrified when he opened that effing box.
Okay. We're differing here. We're differing here.
Okay, well, I'm going to do my version.
Okay, you do your version.
Because this is supposed to be scary.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay.
So the
box isn't moving.
Nope, not moving. So he opens up the box and it's not a finger. It's a horrifying insect from the depths of hell with red glowing eyes and sharp teeth and long little legs. And it goes like that and flies out at him. Okay, it's a demon fly from hell. What do you have? What's your description?
I have that it looks like a finger puppet that's been drinking all night. And it has bedhead. It has 3 rows of teeth that are just like little tiny sticks or something. Like, I don't know how it even closes its mouth. And it...
Did you pause? The video?
I paused.
You can't pause.
And I know.
You can't do that. You know what happened if the insect got into the Dos Equis, Art?
You're going to give me a cramp. Stop it.
Oh, no, don't cramp up, Art. He's
I'm not going to cramp up.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I've made Art cramp up twice now.
Oh, my God.
Give me another Dos Equis.
But yeah, they put it's like a buzz sound.
I thought it was horrifying.
Okay, all right, we're not on the same page, because then it flies out and he's like, whoa, and he's sitting there and they have to take a really long time as it crawls up in his beautiful hair that you love so much.
Yes,
it crawls up in his hair. Now I have to say that's a little freaky. The idea of it is really freaky to me. But it comes up and it's sort of from behind in his hair. So you'd be freaked out if that was, but the way he has to wait so long, it almost reminds me of Jodie's moment earlier, like the Three Stooges, like where their hair goes up or something and it comes up. Yeah. But I think I'm a little laughing here, Eric. I have to say, I was a little taken out at this moment. This was a rough patch. I have in my notes, this is a rough patch.
Nightmares about this. I think I've had a nightmare version of
You did? Okay.
This creature.
We're not on the same page.
No,
not on the same page.
No, we're not.
Because then he throws it into a blanket or a sweatshirt or something.
It's a denim jacket.
Denim jacket, yeah.
It's a denim jacket.
Denim jacket.
And what an actor these two are. Why are you laughing?
Okay, we're not.
They were like in an Ed Wood movie where this like.
All right, okay, you agree? They're like,
the kid that you gotta act like this thing's trying to get away.
Yeah,
and it's freaking strong. This thing.
It is. He's throwing that thing from side to side. Yep. He's doing, like you said, they're doing. They're trying here.
They are,
but
trying.
And on the soundtrack though is like, bzzz, like it's like a buzzing, like almost like a swarm of bees type of a sound.
Yeah.
And he's going down the staircase and he's whacking the sides of the wall on the staircase. And the
brother comes up to help him. And they both have this thing now, and they're both like, and
they're wrecking the banister. They take out the banister.
They actually take out the banister. 2 of them break off.
Yes.
And just so you know, they were like, nope, those are gone for the rest of the movie.
Yeah.
I was like, hats off to you guys for actual damage to the set. And they kept it.
Yeah.
And they got to bring it over to the place that you bring insects, demon flies, drunken demon flies.
They come up with it on the fly.
Yeah. The buzz is the best thing to do is throw it into the disposal.
Yes, the garbage disposal.
Yep.
So it's not a bad idea, I guess, but they shove it down there. Although
blades in there,
it does.
This thing was horrible, Art. You gotta.
They shove it. They shove it down there, and it's like
Yeah.
They grind it up. We think in the garbage disposal,
well, because
right?
when the denim jacket's ruined, it's got a hole in it. And then our ice cream guy shows up. This guy's not in the movie. In the movie, not in the movie. In the movie. And that's
very strange.
This is the bow tie that hits your chin when you wear it.
Because he's always wearing the white outfit for his. Yeah, he's got a jacket on here,
he's got
but
a kicking
he's wearing
sweater on right now.
Yeah,
it's a. And what I love is he's like, hey, he's trying to have a conversation.
He says the weather's going to be hot. You know, I thought
you wrote it down.
Thought I'd come over before the kids get out of summer school.
Because he's got ice cream to sell.
Yeah, it just seems creepy. He's got his ponytail and he's the ice cream man.
But he's looking to the left like, is there something?
And he says, Mikey, I thought you'd want to come with me. I remember you were good at crowd control.
Crowd control.
and he's got a sweater on.
The sweater.
And he's like, because the weather's really hot, that ice
It's
cream will
cold
be
in the-
flying.
Yeah.
He's-
Flying. It's a
Does
joke.
he have the sweater on because he works on an ice cream
He's in
truck?
that truck. It's cold, remember? Inside the truck, it's got to be cold.
But his truck isn't like that, Eric. The truck is sort of like
Hey.
an open cab.
He's suffering
Where it looks
for
like
his,
he goes-
his ice cream.
Yeah.
But in the disposal, you see the scariest thing ever, right, Art? You see the little eyes, the red eyes, and it's got one leg and it's going.
That looked pretty good. That was all right.
Now
Yeah.
it looks good. Okay.
That was okay. It was all right. That was all right. And this next effect is pretty good. I was like, wow.
Yes, because Reggie goes, what the heck is going on? And the thing flies out of him, out of the disposal.
Flies out of the disposal, Eric, lands on Reggie's lips.
Yes.
And then continues on to jump on Mike's face.
Yes.
Like, did they pull it out on a string or a
They
like?
mu-
I
they
was trying to
must
figure
have.
out how they did that with an elastic, but it zipped out, went around. It's a good. That was a good effect. That was
Okay.
good. I really
So now
like
we're
that.
on the same page that you're terrified by a drunken demon fly with bad teeth trying to get into your mouth, right?
But they get it back in the sink, and Jody stabs it 5 million times.
Yep.
Like Jody.
And this time you hear it.
And does the garbage disposal. So
And you hear
yeah.
it die.
And then Reggie has the great thing you always got to do in these movies, the great outro line. What the hell is going on? So
Yeah.
the audience can laugh. You can tell they put in a little buffer for the laughs there
Yep.
too.
Dun,
like
dun,
after-
dun, dun, boom. You hear the laugh track.
And then they're loading up because this family has guns
They have
like
guns.
you wouldn't believe.
Well, there is a
And we get-
cougar on the stuffed half cougar on the wall.
Half a cougar.
Half
It's like
a
coming
cougar.
out of the wall with its arm, like its paw
Yeah.
forward, looking really threatening, but cut in half.
In half, like a Roger Rabbit kind of a thing coming out of the wall. It's
But we're gonna get some gun lessons here, Eric. Do you remember the rules? Do you remember what they said? he said?
I don't remember the rules exactly, but
This is-
you got to shoot. You got to shoot to kill.
Don't aim a gun
Yep.
unless you intend to use it.
Use it. If you're gonna shoot.
Don't shoot it unless you intend to kill
Yeah.
somebody.
We're getting a big lesson here.
No warning shots.
No.
I thought he was going to say warning shots are for pussies. But he says warning shots are useless. I thought that was what was going to come out of his mouth. He says warning shots are useless, but we get the idea.
Yeah, they apparently are a gun family, and to be honest, I don't think Michael needs a tutorial. He knows how to handle a gun.
Yeah, he's like loading up.
Oh, yeah.
He's like putting the cartridges in. He's fine.
Yeah, he's like,
But-
shut up, old
but
man.
also- They're talking like I felt like suddenly we're in Predator or something because he's like an army Colt will put somebody down.
Yeah.
Like, they're talking like they're gearing up for, I don't know. I was like, this
Would've
is a
been cool if
Rambo
they had a
movie suddenly.
montage, like,
Yeah, right.
like putting on
But
the
that's
armor.
that's what it felt like
Yeah.
to me because they're
to go to the mortuary.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So here's where I was thinking of you watching the movie, watching Phantasm. I was thinking, oh, Art's going to be pissed because they keep going back to the same place. They leave, they come back. They leave, they come back.
I have a little bit of that going on, but it's also Jody. There's a lot of this. Jody's going himself.
Yep.
And he's leaving Mike.
Every time.
Yeah.
Every single time. It's like,
Right.
you're staying here. You're staying here. So Jody goes to the open window in the basement. And I have to ask you, what is in the boxes in that basement? It's a basement of a funeral home, and it looks like somebody's moving, and they packed everything up. What is in the boxes besides
don't
the
know.
wigs? We know there's wigs in there.
Yeah, that wig was just sitting on top of
there.
But I guess in a funeral home, do they maybe have to put wigs on people sometimes?
I
if
guess,
they're-
or maybe the tall
Right?
man.
if you want them to have hair. 'Cause
Tall man,
I know going to a few
15,
funerals where I saw some people at the end of their life in the hospital and they didn't have hair, and then they had hair, and
Then they had
they
here.
had a wig on in the casket. Yeah, so that might track. Yeah,
Or it could be just all the Dos Equis and they didn't know what to do with it. So
because I think there is Dos Equis in this room. I think
probably
right?
100%. The
Yeah,
tall man's
yeah.
knocking them back, trying on wigs in the basement. Oh, this fits good.
I will say the score here is kind of interesting. It's like I said it's like a haunted baseball game. way out to the ball game. Like it's like, like if you were at a video game, had like an empty, eerie baseball park and the organ started playing. That's what it kind of sounds like here.
That's pretty good.
Jody comes into the basement, and there's a light hanging there, and as he switches on, it's a good, effective shot. He switches it on, and we cut to another shot, so we see his face, and behind him, when the lights comes on, is standing up on one of those boxes, so it's over his shoulder. This is a sighting.
Jawa number 3. This is number 3. We're just going to call them Jawas.
Jawas. Yeah,
it's a Jawa. And that Jawa, that Jawa is athletic because it freaking flies at him. Right
now, these were kids, right? They had children playing these. I love these things. Yeah,
I'm so glad it was children because you can see the energy in these guys.
Yeah, and they must be having so much fun. That must be so much fun. Yeah,
he takes a gun. He has not the shotgun now, but he's got that gun.
That is a risk. This is a risky move, Erik. This is a very risky move.
I thought, what are you doing, man? Yeah.
So the Jawa is struggling, getting him down, and he takes a gun and he puts it. The Jawa is biting onto his head or neck. Hanging on him, and he puts it up to the Jawa's head, which is right next to his head, and blows it off of him, shoots him in the head. Yeah,
but the Jawa is
not dead.
No, it gets up, and then he puts another one in it, a couple, and the Jawa.
These things are tough. We're learning
back. That thing should be dead, Art. It should be dead.
We're learning these are supernatural. They're clearly they're indestructible. Like little mini Jasons or Michael Myers types of things. Yeah.
They are pissed off. But he leaves.
And the hearse takes off after him.
And he gets a shot off before the hearse drives away.
Yeah.
Why does the hearse drive away?
Yeah, the hearse, he shoots at it. But then another set of headlights comes up, and it's Mikey in the car.
Mikey.
Can think of story construction here, Erik. I know you'd get. Why couldn't they just had Mikey going with him? I know he has to come and rescue him, but like you said, there's all this going back and forth and leaving Mikey and Mikey coming back. It's very.
I'm sorry, what Art did you say? He's leaving Mike? Leaving Mike behind constantly. Is that what you said?
Where you're going. I know where you're going. A lot of that abandonment.
4 hours.
Will we say he's abandoning Mike? He's leaving him.
He might be, but Mike's not having it. He's right there to rescue him.
That's right. Yeah.
But now here's what you're talking about, Art. It turns into like Arnold Schwarzenegger action movie because it's a hot pursuit by a hearse.
This is pretty ambitious for an indie movie.
Yeah.
This scene. It's at night, 2 cars barreling down a road next to each other.
Yep.
Apparently, the director on the hood of the car with the freaking camera. right when I read afterwards, he even says to this day that was probably not the smartest.
Probably not the smartest thing. And also having the actors in a car driving versus pretending that they're driving. I thought that was awesome. But the brother gets out of it's
sunroof.
He gets out of the sunroof and he starts shooting at the hearse, and he gets a shot into the freaking motor, and the motor goes. That was awesome. The motor catches on fire.
And we should say, as the hearse is driving, they're like, nobody seems to be driving it. That's what they're noticing.
Driving the hearse.
Yeah. So,
and when it crashes, he's like, yeah. I forget. It's woohoo!
Yeah, this is like an action beat here.
Yeah, it crashes into a tree.
Full on. Yeah.
And when they go over there, they go over to check who's driving. Number 4. I'm going to put number 4.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Jawa. Mm-hmm. And the Jawa's been impaled by a tree branch. When they pull the hood back, it's Tommy.
Yes.
The guy that was getting laid in the cemetery, it's him. But he's like 6'2", this guy.
Yeah. Well, they said he was huge. They had to carry him.
Yeah.
In that coffin. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm going to skip a little because I think we need to, but they get Ice Cream Man Reggie to come. Bring your truck. What? He's got to bring his truck. And they pull out the Jawa. And this is where we start getting what's going on with these guys things, because they say it's Tommy's face So it's got to be Tommy, but they're like, it's only 3 feet long. It must weigh over 200 pounds. And
Yeah.
I love Reggie goes, and what's with all this yellow shit? So now we're thinking, wait, what's happening here? Why?
And we're putting
What?
together, well, the tall man had yellow blood too.
Yeah.
So
And he took
these Jawas
Tommy.
have yellow blood. Yeah.
And this is it.
Tommy.
This is Tommy, but it can't be Tommy because it's a little monster now. What?
And Reggie's like, this guy's not going to leak all over my ice cream.
Because they put him in the freezer of the ice cream truck. And then so they got this thing in the ice cream truck because they're trying to get evidence, I guess. And then they go back to the house and what?
Ooh, the ice cream Jawa's Jubilee.
Jawas.
Like to get
oh,
up-
wait. Oh, we got so much. Would you want yellow? You want the yellow cream on it? We can add the yellow topping. You know, if you eat all of it, you'll find a silver ball at the bottom, but be careful. You know those cones with the little ice cream ball at the bottom?
Yes.
Except it's a killer sphere.
Cannonball, right? Was that a cannonball? Was that what? Yeah,
Except it's a
cannonball.
deadly sphere. But there's a random person jump scare in here that we never see again.
Okay. All right. I
What?
have it in here.
What?
They go back to the house.
Yes.
And Reggie comes in and he's walking. We're doing a POV shot over Reggie's shoulder through the house. So you're thinking, ooh, is the tall man going to jump out? Is something going to jump out? That's what you get. And then this random woman, completely random. We're talking, it's nighttime.
And it's their house, right? Who? It's the brother's house, right?
It's not Reggie's house,
No.
right?
So who is
they're
this
at
woman? Doesn't he say the person's name? He's like, what are you?
Myrtle.
Myrtle.
I have in my notes, Myrtle jump scare.
Me too. Why are
And
we even spending time on it? It's just like
She does a jump scare. She comes out and she's like, hey.
she has one line. And that's it.
One line. And Reggie's like, Myrtle.
What?
Myrtle, what? And we never see her again.
Never.
Never referenced.
Mm-mm.
And it makes you wonder, Eric, in the 3-hour cut, is Myrtle in the 3-hour cut?
She's got to be in it.
Is Myrtle like a woman that comes to clean
I don't know.
Jody and Mike's
Maybe
house?
she's like
That's
the sitter
probably
that he
right.
doesn't need anymore. I don't
Yeah.
I don't know.
Myrtle.
Yeah.
So
but
she's there.
Here's art where they realize that they think that the tall man is taking the bodies from the cemetery.
Yes.
And they might be squishing the bodies down to size is what they're thinking. And what I love, which you probably already know, is Reggie's like, you know what we got to do? He's got a great acting bit here. He's pointing. We gotta snag that tall dude and we got to stomp the shit out of him. It's a good plan.
You know what I'm
Reg?
putting together now as you're saying that, Eric? Reggie is sort of like a Quentin Tarantino, right?
A little bit.
He's a little got a vibe of like a Quentin
Yeah.
Tarantino.
If Quentin decided to sell ice cream, yeah.
You got to get that fucker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the dialogue here is awesomely 70s because even Michael's like, that mother is strong. That mother.
Yeah, and this is where I want to insert here.
What are you
Jody?
talking about?
Jody is not a.
No, the older brother.
It's a struggle sometimes
The
with Jody.
older brother.
Mike is good. Mike is a very good actor.
Yeah.
Yes,
And
Mike's doing a
Ice
good
Cream
job.
Man.
Reggie's just a good personality.
Yeah.
He has a lot of personality,
And this movie,
so that goes a long way.
Phantasm made him money for the rest of his life.
Oh, is he in sequels, Eric?
Oh,
He's in. Yeah.
He's in all of them.
Okay, great. All right.
All of them.
Because I did read about the second one where
Yes, because I watched.
Yeah, we'll
the second
talk
and the
about it.
third one. But I love
Yeah.
they do some great shots here because I think you appreciate them too. But the shot of the ice cream truck driving away in the darkness
Mhm.
until it's just the backlights, I thought that was really cool. And but they decide that they're gonna again abandon Michael and they're gonna bring him to stay with what we would know who these characters are if the parts weren't completely cut from the film, almost. Apparently, it's the big brother's girlfriend and her friend, and one of them owns an antique shop where maybe they sell like cursed dolls or,
Yeah. Rumpelstiltskin.
They say anything. Yeah, Rumpelstiltskin, the African fetish doll.
Want to
everything.
point out two blondes, two more
blondes and one with the most gorgeous late 70s hair I've ever seen. That is some effort. She's got feathered sides. Oh my gosh. That's like Farrah Fawcett. Yep. If I didn't write their names down, I would have no idea who they are.
Mm-hmm.
But I did write their names down.
So so who are they, Eric?
I have to scroll through.
Never mind.
Sally, but Sally apparently is the girlfriend of the brother.
Yeah, but he was off with Lady Lavender, no problem.
Oh my God, Art!
Yeah, I mean, but in this cut of the film, though, Eric,
we don't know.
Do we know that he's?
Yeah,
we don't know.
So it's okay. It's the 70s, man.
Yeah, but so they're in this antique store. I did say this. I know you've pointed out in a few of these movies we watched, Eric. You're really keen to this. I'm like, it is dusted well. Like
It is a real looking antique.
Yeah.
Shop.
Because I know you often notice you're like, what are they going to sell here? Everything's covered in dust.
They got everything in here. This is like a Salem, Massachusetts, not a junk shop, but a thrift store. Yeah, yeah. And
they got it all, Eric. They got
every
clowns. They got.
I almost wanted to pause it and see the things, but I said, nope, Art's probably going to do that. I'm not even going to bother. But they do have a great selection of old photos.
Yeah, Mike's looking through the old photos while he's there. Mm-hmm. And some of them start to look like they're taken at Morningside Mortuary. Mm-hmm. And look who's riding a cart in an old-timey photo.
Yes, it's a hearse cart.
Hearse cart, yeah.
With a tall hat. It looks like something out of the Haunted Mansion. Yeah, it's the tall man.
It's the tall man. How is he in that photo?
I don't know.
Looks like an old photo.
What?
But then it's a Pennywise type photo. Like, think about it. I was thinking about that effect, right? And they do an okay job here. They insert basically the film, black and white film, and it zooms in. The picture zooms in on the guy.
He looks for a second, but then turns back. He doesn't wink or smile or go, boy, nothing.
No. And so the picture moves, and Mike's got a great reaction. His eyes.
Yeah, it's good acting, right? We've decided.
Yes, Mike's a good actor. Yeah.
And I have written in my notes, I still have no clue what's going on because we have, if you've been paying attention, we have killers, Jawas, guys that don't die and bleed yellow,
steel balls,
right? And then we have demon drunken Dos Equis flies. What is going on here? And then now we have a moving picture, and we have a random person jump scare too. So, so I think Reggie.
We cut to Reggie's driving in his ice cream truck.
Yeah, he's driving his ice cream truck. Crazy sounds in the back. Yes, it's like it's that bear sound. I think
it's just brief. So Reggie's driving. Then we cut to Jody back to the house, and Jody is alone, and he's drifting off to sleep.
Yeah.
And he suddenly has a dream. He's sitting in the mausoleum with all those white walls, and the tall man is walking in slow motion towards him. I remember this from the trailer for Phantasm. This is what they used in the trailer. Throughout the trailer, they'd show the tall man walking towards you.
Scary.
In the trailer. Yeah.
Scary.
And then they do this. This was a big 70s thing. The wall opens up behind Mike, and a whole bunch of hands reach out and pull.
Well,
Mike, one of the hands grabs him right on the face, and pulling up almost like on his nose, like pulling him back through the wall.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
and I'm gonna have to point out it's not just hands; it's another set of Jawas. So this is
the Jawas.
5 sightings now. Mm-hmm. 5 full-fledged sightings of Jawas. So
and they're pulling him into the wall.
Yep. There's a lot of pulling in walls in the late 70s. Like when was Nightmare on Elm Street?
That was until the 80s. That was 80s.
Well, they stole it then, but it's always the pulling into something. And then I guess the girls decide that they're going to drive to the mortuary with Michael, right?
Yeah, this was a little confusing to me.
I think he said, we got to go after my brother. Yeah. So the two girls.
Because he thinks his brother... Yeah, but his brother's at the house still. Like I
don't remember. It's foggy.
But this is a good scene here.
Yep,
this is good.
It is.
I like this. So I like the lighting. They're driving in a little Volkswagen Bug. So we got two 70s girls in the front seat in their Volkswagen Bug, and Mike's in the back seat behind the two of them. And I think they have to ADR. They ADR'd these two girls' lines all over the place in here. So
Probably.
I don't know how good of an actors they were.
Great hair, though.
Great.
One of
great
them
hair.
had great hair.
But they pull up on
The ice cream truck.
ice cream truck is tipped over.
Yep.
And it's great. We got mist. We got it lit from behind. It looks like something out of a Spielberg movie, I have to say, right?
Very well done.
The set. Very well
Yep.
done.
And
Creepy,
Reggie's nowhere to
empty
be found.
road, nighttime, and they pull up,
Yep.
and Mike gets out of the car to go take a look.
Yep, Reggie's gone, and the lock on the back of the ice cream truck is broken. And they open it this is where they store the ice cream in the back. So it's a very weird setup, but it's a little hatch. They open it up, and you see there's that yellow goo and what looks like a yellow handprint. So
Yeah.
whatever was in there is gone.
Mhm.
So is Reggie, and probably.
But when it
some
left,
of
it
ice
put the
cream.
broken lock back on.
Well, you got to put it back on. I would have taken an ice cream myself. I would have been like, well,
Imagine! Oh my God!
Don't wanna go to
scene,
waste.
If it's like
yeah.
if it's got an Eskimo
Yep.
pie.
But they all get back in the car.
Mm-hmm.
You got to be careful when you pull over to the side of the road because
Mhm.
now we have number 6. I'm going to put it down. Number 6, we have a triple Jawa attack. At least 3 of them are in the car. They just
Yes.
blow up.
Yeah.
Come from
And so
outside.
it's mayhem in the car. It's absolute mayhem. What I do like, Eric, it was only on, like I said, like a third watching. You notice the door opens and the Jawa's coming in, but it looks like the girl, one of our blonde girls, is helping to pull the Jawa into the car. If you look at it closely,
Probably.
she's like he's got to get up in, and we know it's kids. That's what's great. It's like kids in there, and so we know,
Yeah.
but she's pulling him into the car so that he can start strangling her.
It's great. And they are going at it. These kids are tearing. They're like rah, rah, shaking everybody.
It's great. It's complete mayhem in the car. Like I said, Mike's getting attacked in the back
Yep.
seat. They're getting attacked in the front. They're
Yep.
screaming. They're yelling. The car's shaking all over the place.
And the back window, you get that little Volkswagen window in the back.
Mhm.
This Jawa basically head tosses Michael through that window. And I'm thinking the kid's dead. He's dead.
Yeah.
But he's not. He's a 13-year-old Brazilian kid. He
Rolls down the
Yeah.
back.
And the
Yeah.
car takes off and you can hear the girls screaming. So who's driving?
But the car takes off into the fog.
Yes.
Disappears, like you said before, into the fog. This scene, another image locked into me seeing it, the drive-in.
Really?
To the back. So not hearing the sound, not knowing what's going on. That scene with the Jawas attacking and then Mike falling out the back and the car disappearing. So think of little young Art going like, what is this? What is this movie about? What's going on?
Yes. And who's
Yeah, yeah.
driving is also a question. I'm thinking one Jawa's driving and the other 2 have pinned down the girls and like, stay still. And the Jawa's like, we got to get back to the mortuary. I just picture a little Jawa driving.
But it disappears and Mike's out cold, like on the pavement, right on the line. It's the good. I like all of this.
He
It
does a
looks
good
great.
job, this kid.
Mm-hmm.
He goes back to his brother and he's like, hey, they got Sally and Susie. Yeah, we have to have names to begin with that. Sally and Susie.
And then Mike takes a swig of beer when he gets back. A Dos Equis, probably, right?
Yep.
Glug, 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 glug.
Mhm.
Mike's seen a lot at this point when you think about it.
Yep.
He's lived a
But,
hard life up to this point.
Yeah, he's had a little bit to drink, so I can understand how he gets a little hostile. But he's like, nope, surprise. I'm going back to the mortuary and you're staying here. And he brings the kid up to his room and we lose another railing on the stairway.
Yes. Because Mike's struggling. He doesn't want to go up to the room.
Yeah, he locks him in his bedroom with a screwdriver. Here's what I looked this up, Art, because I was thinking, can you really do this? You take a flathead screwdriver, you close the door, and then you wedge the screwdriver in between the door jamb and the door. And apparently that stops the door from opening. But I looked it up on the World Wide Web, and that's not entirely true.
It didn't seem it, but...
No, but he locked him in the bedroom with a screwdriver.
Mhm. Yeah, and then so he's heading to the mortuary. So Jody's going to head to the mortuary. This is the prequel. This is the prequel to MacGyver. Mike's going to grow up to become MacGyver.
And every single kid who saw this movie is like, wait a minute, my dad has shotgun shells.
And the director said he actually was worried about that. He literally was worried. But he said in all the years after the movie came out. He said, I never heard of some kid trying to actually
Thank
do
goodness.
this and getting hurt. He said, but that was a worry he had.
Yep.
So we should clarify for those listening.
Yes.
Mike's sitting there. He's despondent at his desk, and he looks at all the things he has on his desk. He's got a shotgun shell. He's got thumbtacks in the bulletin board. He's got some scotch tape, and he's got a hammer. He's got that ball peen hammer.
Yeah, he carries that ball peen hammer a lot, around a lot.
So he suddenly the light bulb goes off, and he's like, I got everything I need to get out of this room.
Absolutely. This kid can fend for himself. He doesn't need anybody. Yep.
Yeah.
Ingenious idea.
He puts the thumbtack into the back of the shotgun shell, tapes the shotgun shell to the hammer, and then just winds up and whacks it on the door. And that's a real effect they're doing with Mike in front of that door. It goes like, boom, I saw sparks and everything.
Yep.
He blows a hole in the door and he can get out.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I will notice that the door on his side, he kicked at the door trying to get out, and you can see a dent at the bottom of the door. It's one of those, hollow core doors. And I thought, wow, they're really wrecking this set. They are wrecking it. But I just love that was there. He must have kicked the door, and they're like, all right, take it easy, kid.
Yeah. Goes downstairs to where the guns are stashed, grabs himself a gun.
Yep. Goes to leave, but who's at the front door? It's the tall man.
With his fingers.
Yep. And he's holding them up to make sure we know.
But they start with them half cut off, and he extends them. Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah. When he first opens the door, he's standing there like this, Eric.
Yes.
And then he goes.
Yes. Okay. But I thought you meant.
Like, in other words, he says to show Mikey that his fingers grew back.
Because they tried to make it that his hand was missing fingers, but they said the prosthetic they made his arm look like wicked long, so they didn't use it. Like, oh no, he just has regenerative powers. He can just regenerate.
Instead, it's kind of a fun moment. He's sort of like, I got my fingers back.
Yes, which I will also visit if we can. That scene.
Well, he grabs Mikey, starts taking him out to the driveway, and it's kind of a fun little effect they do. You get the feeling he's got Mike by the scruff of the collar behind him, and he lifts him up. It's because we know the tall man is really strong, so he lifts Mike up. So you get the feeling Mike's doing a good job acting, the actor here, of like, my feet, I have no purchase, I have no leverage because I'm now lifted up in the air. But you can kind of tell that there's a slight pause as they're putting Mike on something. It's like they lift him up and they put him.
You're looking for it. You're a demon fly hater. That's what you are.
But the idea is the tall man is so strong he can just lift Mike with one hand and throw him in the back. Throw him in the back of the hearse.
And he's a little smarmy right now too, because when they're driving away and Mike's trapped in the back of the hearse, the tall man does one thing. He turns around and it's like, I got you now. But you know what? That 13-year-old kid has a gun.
He knows how to use it.
He blows a hole in the back window, and then smart kid. This kid, like you said, MacGyver. He shoots through the floor and takes out the tire.
Yeah, shoots into the wheel well.
Once again, leaps out a car moving at least 35 miles an hour and successfully doesn't die. And the car crashes spectacularly and frickin' explodes.
Another one of these great 70s real explosion, blowing up a car. Yeah.
Yep. And so great job with the practical effects.
Now, I thought here, Eric, I was expecting Tall Man to come out on fire and start coming out of the car and chasing him. Yep. That's what I was waiting for that. I was waiting for Tall Man to come out of there just completely.
But he didn't.
Ablaze.
So I guess he's dead.
But then I was thinking, Eric, this is me in the moment of the movie. I was like, oh, so is Tall Man? I guess that's how they got rid of Tall Man. That's what I was thinking.
Really?
I was like, yeah. I was
done.
thinking.
Oh,
yeah, I thought Tall Man might be done.
You don't show the body art.
Yeah.
They're still alive.
That's true.
We need to see the eyes open, or we know they're still alive. But
so one of our meanwhiles, Eric, Jody is in the mausoleum.
Yeah. I'm gonna. I'll speed forward, and you can slow me down. So he's going to look. How do you pry the seal off of a mausoleum thing where two.
I don't know how
you do that.
secure those are.
They're
I don't
supposed
know.
to be secure, dude. You need a crowbar. But he gets it out and he pulls out the casket of his dad and he opens it up and he doesn't look in. So I don't know why we need this scene, but he's like, I'm not going to check or something. And then we all of a sudden get a POV.
Yeah. It's
our first.
The
ball is back.
The ball gets a POV.
Yes, and it's red.
It's dark red. Like it is like Dario Argento red.
Yes.
Like it's
yes.
Yeah.
And then finally
but it's like infrared type of vision.
Yeah, it's like Predator.
Yeah, right. But it's tearing ass down the hallway.
Yeah.
So
but both brothers are there now, and it's gonna finally get Mikey, as you call him, which they never call him in the movie. Mikey, and the brother shoots the ball.
Jumps out.
It's gone.
Like a skeet shot. It's almost like a yeah. Shoots the ball. Yeah, ball's gone.
It's got like some purple. I forget what color it is, but it's got something and it goes it explodes.
Yeah. I kind of wanted to see a little bit more of the balls here chasing them. That's what I kind of wanted to see. Yeah.
Because there was only one scene with the ball and they loved it so much that they're like, let's bring the ball back for another quick scene.
Oh, so this was them going like, let's bring it back. Yeah, yeah. Okay,
and then, of course, later, if you love these films, the ball is just a super main character in every single movie after this.
So if you like balls.
If you love balls, if you like to see balls upgraded, if you like your balls with gadgets, they go crazy with these guys.
Just balls all over the place, right?
To the wall. And they do everything. Everything. So they go to that door. You know that door with the frieze of people above it?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
They go to that.
Suddenly, Reggie jump scare. Reggie's there.
Yep.
So there's a couple of times in this movie where we think Reggie's
gone,
eating it, and then he just pops back into the movie.
He's gone for no reason. He was just with them, gone. Then he's back. Then he's gone. And we found out he's not dead. And he has a lot of exposition he dumps on us here. A lot in one sentence, Eric. Because they must have cut out so much in the movie that they had to explain.
Yes. You and I are on the same page. I think this was cut in after they edited the 3-hour cut. And they're like, we have to cover some of these.
Yeah. Remember when all the blonde-headed girls were taken? Where are they? Oh, shoot. Right. What do we do? So that's what he explains. He explains he found them all. And apparently including the Starface girl, because he says, and some other girls I didn't know. I'm like, how many girls did they take?
How many blondes are in this movie? Yeah.
He doesn't kill the blonde-headed girl.
He says a couple I didn't even know.
Collects them. Yeah. Like the tall man's like, oh, blonde. All right, you can go into that break
room. And he says, I snuck them out. Yeah. So there's a whole other... Is there a whole other part of this movie where we're seeing Reggie sneak these girls out of the mausoleum or something?
And they just took off like rabbits, he said. Don't bother going to the police. Just scatter like rabbits. And I'm surprised the girl with the star face didn't see this coming because she's a psychic.
Well, not only that, I'm like, doesn't she have some sort of powers maybe that she could? Yeah.
So when they open this door.
So Reggie's there. They're all outside the door.
Yeah.
They're all outside the door.
And they open it. This is the door that the little girl with the star looked at and screamed. And here's another part of the movie. You're like, what is going on?
It becomes a little bit of a different movie here. We're in complete walking through this door. We're in sci-fi. We're in a sci-fi movie now.
Completely white room. It's one of those rooms you go in where it's just super, super bright. Mm-hmm. And there's these barrels. Black barrels.
Yeah.
With a little peephole made out of glass. It looks like a visor. Yeah. And they're all stacked up and they look in it.
Well, there's also like, there's two, in one corner of the room, there's two silver pylons that are kind of sticking out of the floor.
Yes. And in case
very shiny, like almost like the balls. Yep. They're very shiny.
And if we don't give a good description of these enough, if you've ever been to the airport and you're trying to get your carriage full of luggage down the escalator and those two bars that's blocking it.
Yes.
That's what they are. They're just two bars like that. And this is where the humming is coming from. But the guy, what's his name? The big brother looks and he goes, dwarves.
Yeah, he looks in. I wanted a shot of him looking in there, Eric, and two eyes looking back, right? And I thought in my memory, that he did,
Doesn't
but
happen.
they don't.
He just looks in there.
And he says, dwarves.
Dwarves.
Yeah.
And
and we should say these things are stacked up.
Yeah, they're stacked up. There's got
stacked
to
up
be
to
dozens in here, right?
Yeah.
And then that pylon thing, Michael goes up to it and he realizes it's a portal because he sticks his hand in.
Mm-hmm. They like that effect because they keep showing it.
It's really cool. And then he remembers the box. Remember that box from like the beginning of the movie that was like, what the hell?
The fortune teller box. Yeah.
No fear, he thinks.
So he's sticking his hand in where it,
And then what a dummy because he gets sucked in there.
Ooh. And suddenly now we're in.
Where?
We're in Dune. Suddenly.
Yeah. It's this. Yeah. It's like a Beetlejuice, the planet that they go on, Saturn.
Yeah.
What is that?
It's a red, stormy sky, and he's floating sort of above it.
He's floating, and there's a line of Jawas. I thought only sand people went single file to hide their numbers. But
Good, Eric. I like
that's for Star Wars nerds. But all these Jawas are going single file, and you see the discarded canisters, and it's nothing but desert. There's no landscape. It's just, and then he gets yanked back because his brother grabbed him by the pants.
Yeah.
Those are some sturdy jeans in the 70s.
We know his brother's adept around underwear.
Yeah, but they get a firm grip, so he pulls them back.
Yeah.
And it's such a weird movie because Michael goes, like, he just from looking, he surmises the entire reasoning for things happening. He goes, slaves, huh? They're slaves. You got all that from just the 5 seconds you were in there? Yeah. And you know what? They have to crush them because of the gravity.
The science here.
And
say it
the
again,
heat.
Eric.
What?
Say it again, because I think I talked over here.
So they have to crush them because of the gravity and the heat. And this is a door to their planet. And I'm watching this going, what?
Well, Eric, I have to say, Reggie made me feel stupid because he catches on real fast.
He does?
Like, yeah. Reggie's like, yeah. He's look, and these guys must be ready to go. He points at all the canisters.
Instead of going, what did you say? Why do they have to be crushed? Because of the gravity? What are you talking about? And then there's no time because the whole place goes black.
Yeah, the lights go out, and now it's almost like we're in a comedy.
Yes.
Where we're hearing like, hey, what's that over there? I expected to see cartoon eyes, Eric, like cartoon eyes appear
blink,
on the screen, like
yes.
And then two of the eyes.
Oh, that was me. Ouch.
Get back and forth.
Somebody get him.
Yes. That we hear their voices and we hear, it's very odd.
But they have those super powerful lighters that we saw before. So flicks on the lighter and it's Jawa number 7. It's a Jawa jump scare. Apparently they got out of the canister or something. And then it goes black again, right?
Yeah. And then suddenly Mike and Jody aren't there anymore.
They're gone.
And Reggie's alone in the room.
He's alone. Yeah. And for some reason, I want to point out that the actor came up with this idea. And I thought, so what? But remember a long time ago when the movie was a musical? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And had that tuning fork for no reason.
We zoomed in on that tuning fork.
We did. So Reggie's like, wait a second.
Well, they're going to show us it again. They're going to show us in his memory. They're going to show a clip of the tuning fork.
Because it's important.
Yeah.
And he's like, for some reason, I should put both hands on it once to stop what? The humming? Close the portal?
Or do what? Do what? What's going to... Is he possessed?
I don't know, but big mistake, dude, because everything starts getting sucked into the portal.
The actor himself, if he came up with it, he ended up getting whacked on the head here, apparently.
Well, yeah.
Because the Jawa canisters start flying into the portal, and they're bashing him as they're going in. They're bumping off his head.
Yep.
And apparently one of them really gave him big bruise on his noggin.
But things are kind of going crazy because he does make it out of the room, which is fun.
Yeah.
Oh, he crawls out. But outside, leaves are blowing, it's a big windstorm, and some weird thing, which I'm sure you're also going, what is going on? But we see Our Lady in Lavender.
Yes.
Who is ready to kill the big brother. But when Reggie puts his hands on the thing, she goes, oh, like something happens. What?
And then she's laying down.
Yeah.
Reggie's coming out of the.
Yep.
It's great, Eric. You can see they must have bought that. You said they rented stuff on the weekend.
Oh, yeah.
They must have rented every wind machine that the place had.
Yeah. These are like industrial strength.
Oh my God.
Yep.
And you can tell that the PAs are throwing fistfuls of dried leaves into the
yes, and a summer day. Remember, it was a hot summer day,
and these so batches of leaves will jump in and start.
Where are the dead leaves coming from on the hot summer day when you sell ice cream to all the droves of kids?
And so these batches of leaves start pelting Reggie in the face. He says they're coming in. I just thought it was really funny watching.
Yep.
But Reggie comes out. Lady in Lavender is laying on the ground in front of the mortuary, just laying there.
Yep.
And he
wants to help.
He likes to help blondes. We know he's helped out every other blonde earlier.
Yep.
So he leans down to help her.
She's got that knife. She stabs him in the stomach, which to me is that's the worst place when I see movies, like stabbed in the chest, but in the stomach, oh man, it's going to take a while. And, it's just an awful place to get stabbed. But this is the one part I have to say, Art, where he does a good job acting, I thought, when he's dying.
Oh, Reggie?
That's what I thought. I was looking at his face. I'm like, oh, he's like confused, like, whoa. And she stands up and turns into the tall man.
Yes.
So just going back in time just a little bit, I just want to help everyone out. The tall man had sex with the Tommy, and then he's kink. I'm not shaming his kinks. I'm just saying. And then he started having sex with the brother.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, surprise, it's me, boy.
Like,
I just thought that was scary.
Yeah, so at this point in the movie, you are like, okay, so the tall man is the lady in lavender?
Or the lady
so was
in
the
lavender
tall
the
man?
Tall man.
So the lady, it's funny to think of the tall man going like, what should we do? What's good to do in this town?
Right.
That's the tall man.
Yeah.
When they're coming out of the bar and she's like pulling him close, and when they're walking and he's kissing, like
I think they should redo the scenes, but it's the tall man and just be like, he's just having the best time. He's at the bar. I love it.
The tall man.
But Reggie's dead. We want to point out Reggie's dead. He dead.
Okay. I wanted to talk about this because he's dead.
They say it, just in case you didn't know. You see his eyes open when he's dead, Art. So he's dead.
Mm-hmm.
And they drive away. And I'm not sure what happens here, but I'm pretty sure, like Poltergeist, the entire building disappears.
It goes. It grows like bright red, and then like winks out. So yeah.
And so that means what? That when you touch those two pylons, the escalator barriers, that sucked everything into the portal
universe. Yeah,
I guess. But the woman in lavender went and fell down. But why did she get back up? And then why did she turn into the tall man? I don't know.
No, it's very confusing.
What's even more confusing is now their plan. The two brothers have a plan to stop the tall man.
We have to say they meet up and they go back to the house again.
Yeah, to make the plan.
They have to go back to the house to make the plan because it's the set they have.
So I have a question for you. Do 50% of the movies that we watch have mine shafts under the town?
I'm trying to think. A couple of them do, definitely.
Or underground things. I mean, phantoms.
And this movie... Anybody listening to this podcast, you might notice Eric and I have never mentioned a mine shaft up to this point in the movie.
We have not.
We've not mentioned a mine shaft. No. The reason we haven't mentioned a mine shaft is nobody else in the movie has mentioned a mine shaft either. Yeah.
No. But they devise a plan to lure, great plan, by the way, lure the tall man with what? Bait? a blonde. They have a blonde. They're like, here's another blonde girl. Do you want to meet her? He's like, oh, I think I will. And then they're going to have him fall in the mine shaft, which is 1,000 feet deep. And they're going to hide it.
Yes.
So you can't.
Let's hold on that for a second.
Yeah.
1,000
feet
deep. That is really, if you really want to think about that.
That is deep. That's deep. That's like the mines of Moria deep. That's like, that's deep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the plan is to lure him there and trap him in the mine shaft forever. So he leaves Michael to the house to gather up ammo while he goes to start the plan, which is apparently hiding the mine shaft. And apparently it's just, we're talking
This is a good plan. This is a solid plan.
It's a mine shaft, Art. It's not a mine shaft that goes,
right.
You don't bring the guys in there.
It's not like a tourist attraction where you go and you're like, oh, yeah.
No.
There's
no after hours. There's no ghost.
It's more like, I would say it's more like a hole.
A hole. It's 1,000-foot hole. That's what it is.
Yeah.
But Michael
and there's nothing distinguishing around it.
No.
To say that it's a mine
shaft. Well, there is the sign written in red paint.
There is. You're right.
I don't even know what it says, but it's like mine shaft.
Yeah, that wasn't done by the guys who made the mausoleum, I think.
No, probably not. Who can paint a sign real quick? But Michael's checking the windows in the house for some reason. Mm-hmm. Why would you do that? And then we get
I think Jody said lock all the doors and windows. So that
for what? To lure? How are they luring the tall man? Do they get another? Do they?
Why did he need to leave Mikey there? Yeah, for this scene
But he opens another window and there's the tall man.
Jump scare. Tall man jump scare. Yep.
He's got his purple dress on, and then
that would be awesome. Oh my god. Yeah.
It was like what is it? Dressed to Kill. Michael Caine. He's just that's awesome.
So Mike's going through the house.
Yeah.
And he gets to the kitchen. And this isn't a bad shot for a horror movie reveal. It looks like another trailer shot type of thing. He gets to the kitchen, and so Mike's in the foreground.
But remember, he just got attacked by the tall man, and then all of a sudden, he's not there anymore.
Yeah.
That was really weird to me. He's like, oh,
yeah.
And then all of a sudden he's in the kitchen by himself. What's going on?
He's in the kitchen by himself, but behind him, the door blows off.
Yeah.
And the tall man's pose, Eric, when the door blows off is like, he's like an Edward Gorey illustration or like the Addams Family illustrations, right? He's got his hands behind his back and he's looking as tall as he can with a very distinguished looking outline.
Yeah.
And he's behind it. It also has a feeling of like a Suspiria, like a Dario Argento shot with the lighting. And he's all lit up in the background. And it's like, here I am.
Yes.
Tall man.
The way I would love to see it is if he does that, you got that description perfectly. But then it's like a Las Vegas magician show.
Yes.
And he raises up his hands. Thank you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody, the tigers are coming out. The little Jawas are coming out. They take their clothes off and they're wearing little bikinis with glitter on it. That'd be awesome.
And then, so Mike,
you get the line, the iconic line that is in every single one after this.
Oh, is it boy? You play a good game?
No, just boy.
Oh,
just
boy.
Boy. This is where it that and the sphere, boy. Yep. If you do that at any convention, people are like, oh, you're
he's chasing Mike, and Mike hears almost telepathically.
Yes.
The man is saying
the next line. Yeah.
You play a good game, boy, but now the game is finished. Now you die.
Yes. And then it starts. There's supernatural things. 2 headstones pop up in front of him.
What's the geography of this town? Because how are they at the cemetery already? I guess, or
he's
what?
Reminding him of his dead parents. 2
I know.
Tombstones come up, and they don't have to be anywhere. You know what happened is there used to be a town. There was a town built over the cemetery, and they only moved the headstone.
I'm glad you said this, Eric, because I'm like, this succession of shots presages Poltergeist to the point where I'm like, did they see this?
Right. I was like, is
because
Poltergeist?
The tombstones in the mud with the hands coming out of the mud.
Yeah, not Jawas, though. They're
no.
Yep.
They're human hands. He's stuck in the mud. It's that dreamlike thing where you're stuck and then these things are coming after you. So, yeah, he's having a tough time getting through all that.
Well, you know what? He remembers Stargirl.
Yeah, well, he remembers Trust the Force, which isn't out yet, which only came out a few years earlier. But he remembers.
Wait a minute. Yes.
Don't be afraid.
My mother had it. My father had it. I have it. No fear.
Yeah, don't be afraid. He keeps hearing that refrain.
Yeah, don't fear.
So is the idea don't fear. Don't fear.
Overcome your fear.
Is this all in your head?
If you overcome,
I don't know, because he has scars on his face.
He does.
At this point, Mike.
He does.
Yeah.
From the glass. And the woman in lavender appears for a second in the bushes, like standing there.
Creepy shot.
Yeah.
I liked it.
What?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then I guess they make it to the mine shaft because what I love is the man in black comes flying out of the bushes like a feral animal or like a grizzly.
Because you caught that too. I said the sound, they have a sound effect on there when he jumps out.
Yep.
He just kind of appears out from behind a bush and it's like a
it's awesome because he's got that it's like a Freddy Krueger.
So they trick the plan works. The tall man.
Let's just say that again.
The plan works.
The plan
success, Eric.
Worked.
It worked.
We're just both agreement that their amazing plan is like Ocean's 11. They just hashed out the whole plan. It worked.
It did. Tall man goes into the well, into the mine.
It's a mine.
But he doesn't go all the way in. He grabs Mike and he starts dragging Mike down with him.
Yep.
But then Jody.
Dun, 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 dun.
Jody suddenly has the strength of the tall man.
He's the strength of 10 Grinches plus 2. Dun, dun, dun.
Because he pushes 1,000-pound boulders off a
Indiana Jones boulders come toppling down.
Yes. Multiple.
And one just big enough to cap it. So just pointing out also the tall man.
Yes.
Okay. The tall man had his fingers cut off. He was blown up in a vehicle, right? And then his house completely disappeared. So they think, you know what we do is we just put him in a big bottle and cork him up like a genie and hope nobody opens it. But they think, this is good. He's dead. 1,000 feet, Art. It's a long way. He's never going to get
1,000 feet is a long way.
And that perfectly spherical. I can just picture the brother up there, like you said.
I'm like, those things would weigh so much. It's not like they showed us before him looking at a set of boulders that he could knock over or something. They didn't show us
to wedge.
Just sort of up, and it's not that. It's like a hill too. It's not. I don't know. It was the plan worked though. Plan. Yes. We made fun of it.
No,
but in the end,
it was a good plan. Apparently,
in the end, I don't know that we would have done as well fighting the tall man.
Probably not. Probably not. But suddenly, we're sitting back.
Real suddenly.
Yes, like it's a cut, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're just sitting in front of the fireplace at home, and it's Michael and Reggie. The ice cream man.
Yeah.
They're sitting there. What's happened?
Yeah.
What?
Not Jody. Jody's not there.
Jody's not there. Oh, my gosh, Art. It's all explained. Why this was such a freak show, dreamlike things happening.
I almost don't want this to be the case.
Nobody
Eric.
did. People get mad because now Reggie says you just had a nightmare. Your brother is dead. He died in a car accident. But I have to say, this scene is so touching because the kid is crying.
Reggie starts crying a little bit. Reggie's getting wet on the eyes.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, good. That's good, Art. You went right through that whole.
Stop it! You're gonna stop. Stop it! Stop it!
You just went through that whole.
You're making this wholesome podcast something icky.
Nothing. I was just. No, he's tearing up.
So-
Is what you're trying to say.
Yes,
But the kid's doing a great
it's a very
job
moist
acting here.
performance by Reggie.
And just fun side note is apparently Reggie had to put aluminum on his back because the fire was so hot. He was like,
Is that true? Is that true?
He had to put a barrier. You can see him sweating a little bit on his bald head. He's like, son of a bitch.
Oh my God, the podcast is already too long, Eric, but I do remember once. I went to some restaurant. I was meeting a girl I was dating's brother and sister for the first time.
Oh no.
And I was at one of those restaurants and they had a fire and I was sitting at the seat like Reggie is, like right, Eric, and it was winter and I had a sweater on. It's just, oh my God. I'm viscerally remembering it going like, I was,
your sweater starts to look like toast.
You're already nervous, but like they're probably looking at you and you're sweating like that. The Martin Short lawyer in the old Saturday Night Live skit.
Yep.
Just,
Well, if we're off on a tangent, there was no fire, but I went on an interview for a teaching job that I really didn't want. And I sat down and I started sweating to the point of where I was like, do you guys have a fan? And they went into another room and got a fan and put it down. And I said to them, I'm like, yeah, I bet this is a pretty weird interview. I didn't get the job. They brought a fan out and I was sitting there sweating bullets.
For Reggie, because he gives a little performance here in those circumstances. Because he got a flannel shirt on. That must be the aluminum foil or something.
The kid says, first, it was very sad. He goes, first it was mom, then dad. First he took mom, then dad. Now my brother, now he's after me. But Reggie's like, no. It was just a dream. And then, they've known each other for a long time, so I think this is okay. Reggie's like, you know what we're going to do? We're going to go on a road trip. Get your stuff, man. We're going to go, you and me, on a road trip.
Go get your gear.
Go get your gear. It's not your...
Where are we going? I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Figure it out, man. And then if we needed it again. We just needed another 4-second song. What? He's like having a touching scene. The kid goes up, he takes out his guitar immediately and starts playing like, it's no big deal.
You cannot stop Reggie from playing the guitar.
You can't stop Reggie from playing. Now, when he goes upstairs, I just want to point out, because you notice stuff in the scenes, and I think this is important. And we do have, just so you know, we have up to 30 minutes to talk about this after it's over. In his bedroom, on the table, on the nightstand, I don't know why I saw it, there's a prescription bottle of pills on the table.
We haven't seen before.
No,
we have not seen
really
through
cool
the movie.
lamp. I was like, wait a minute, that's a bottle of pills.
Okay.
And I thought, did somebody
I did not catch that.
I
didn't catch that.
But do you want to, I'm going to let you carry us into the credits.
Well, not only does he go upstairs, we then get a picture, a heartfelt look at a picture of Jody.
Yep.
With his guitar, and a dog that we have not seen throughout the whole movie. A little white dog.
Well, if you're going to do backstory, it was a car accident. The dog was probably in the car. Oh no.
Yeah, I was like, who's that?
And the guitar. Oh my God.
So then,
go.
Well, he turns on the light.
Yeah.
He turns on the light.
Okay.
And we get a nice coordination of a scare here. The tall man is behind him in the mirror.
Yes.
Tall man. And he turns to look at the tall man, to face the tall man. And then behind him in the mirror we just saw from the different shot, two arms smash through the window, but they're not arms of anything we've seen yet. They almost are like werewolf arms. They're hairy and have they almost remind me of your Wolfie costume hand. And it grabs him. It grabs him and pulls him into through the glass,
the abyss, into the darkness,
into the darkness of the abyss. And then it hangs for a second, and there's guttural sort of.
Yep.
But you can imagine Yeah.
the iconic line reappears, boy.
Yes.
And then, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very
Cut to
Nightmare
credits
on Elm Street there. Oh, and I don't know if you watched to the end of you could do this, Eric. I know you could do it. I don't know if you watched the end of the credits, but the post-credit scene.
Oh, there was?
Yes.
I didn't catch that, Eric.
Yes. Where the tall man is at a cabaret bar and he's got a long cigarette and a lavender dress, but his hair is regular hair, and he's like, hello, boy. And then it closes in on his eyes and he smokes the cigarette. It's a good scene. I don't know if you missed it.
I missed it.
And then the closing credits is the tall man singing a song with Reggie. We had a long journey in the grave together. It's really good.
So that's it. Phantasm.
That's it.
Phantasm. That's the credits roll.
Yep.
And we wouldn't get another Phantasm for 10 years. 10 years, I think it took.
And then we got 5 total.
5 total.
All of them with Reggie.
Reggie was everyone. Now I did read he took it around. Studios, after the success of the first one, were a little interested now.
Major success.
So studios were interested in doing a sequel. He wasn't exactly, like I said, he wasn't at first keen to this, but then he did. But the studios said, look, you can do it. What was the deal? You can do it, but you can't have these actors.
Oh, what they wanted a hot actor. They said, no, we're not going to hire the kid, who would have been perfect.
Or Reggie. They didn't want Reggie either originally.
But Reggie's in it.
No, I know.
Yeah. So they cast the handsome kid who his career didn't skyrocket, but he was like the handsome go-to guy at that time. Mm-hmm. And then fun fact is the third movie, they brought back the kid. Yep.
Yeah.
And they just did some funny cutting. So, but I want to point out is that the thing I've been holding off on is now you have to rewatch this movie thinking this is a kid's dream about loss and about abandonment and all that stuff. So everything you watch is going to make sense because it's nothing but a dream that he's having. So all these weird things, the insects, the Jawas, it's a different planet. My brother keeps leaving me and coming back. All these women that are taking my brother away.
Yes.
And all that stuff. I think it's so well done. And even things that probably aren't even really, I'm just searching for stuff, but the pill bottle was that for like depression or something like that.
Yeah.
But if you look at it that way, you go, oh, but I hate it when it's a dream. But then they suck the kid into the mirror and you're like, wait. Yeah. And then what they did with the other movies is like, oh no, it's not a dream. And I'll just say quickly that the premise is that
this is for this going to the sequels.
This is for if you really want to be like, okay,
dig into the Phantasm universe.
Yeah, well, they're nothing like this one, meaning you don't go, what's going on? The tall man, are you ready? The tall man is an alien from another planet and is gathering minions to dominate other places. So he goes to Earth, for example, and he empties the cemeteries. And then also, as time goes on, he empties small towns of people. And then he compacts them, brings them to his planet, takes their brains out, which are now really small, puts them in the fucking spheres. Yes, their brains are in the spheres. So that's how he controls that. And then he just is trying to conquest other planets.
So I take it Angus Scrimm, that actor who plays the tall man, is in all the rest of
he is.
The movies.
Yes, he is. And the last one, which I didn't watch, is awful. But the next, I did watch 2 and 3. Yep. And you see the minion faces after that. They're no longer, they're like twisted. And it's the balls.
More balls, you said. Yeah.
The balls do amazing things. One of them burrows into your body, goes like that. One of them has an eyeball that comes out like Star Wars. It's crazy. But I think he was forced to make this storyline because I think he was,
like you said, Eric, I think after he did this, he's like, this was a story I wanted to tell. This story about grief and loss. Yep. And this was the movie.
Yep.
I don't think he was interested in sequels, but he was
Nope.
He was responsible for all of them. He's directed all of them. I going back to this themes, I think those themes, even if you're watching it the first time, when you don't know what the hell is going on, those themes are present. You feel them, the loss, they present those themes. And then they work on a different level, like you said, if you look at it as this is a dream that he's having. I don't think I'm totally there with you. I feel like, Erik, you think the idea of the dream, you go with it and you think it actually makes the movie better, the idea of the dream, and it makes it a better movie. I'm not sure that I am there yet. But like I said, I've only recently rewatched it for this podcast and watched it again and saw some of the things you're mentioning. But I still feel like I don't like that explanation. I don't like that it being a dream at the end.
Well, that makes sense, Art, because it does take away the what's going on. You go, oh, okay, I don't need to know what's going on. And they did the same thing in Nightmare on Elm Street where it's like, it's just a dream and people didn't like it. So they pulled her through the window. But originally, Nightmare on Elm Street was just a dream.
Yeah.
So this one, for me, it affected me so much when I was little that I thought these little monsters were coming after me. I had dreams of the alcoholic demon fly, but in a different form. That to me makes sense. A 13-year-old kid dreaming of a girl's taking away his older brother, boobs, and then really weird stuff. It made then aliens. I thought this works for me. I usually don't like it when it's like, oh, it's just a dream. I don't like it's a cop out. But this was a kid's, it was more like a drama.
It is. And it works that way. Like I said, I'm not completely there.
Why don't you have a Dos Equis? Have another Dos Equis and see what happens.
I will. I'll have another Dos Equis and I'm going to tell you what I think of Phantasm.
Yeah. So
I think that.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I think Phantasm is just a brilliant 70s. This is before Poltergeist, before Nightmare on Elm Street. I want to point out that this is only right after like Halloween. This is, and it just pulls in all this sort of dreamscape feeling really well of you don't know what's going on, interesting things, strange creatures. Things keep coming at you. And you're not quite sure the logic of it. At the end, that all sort of makes sense with that ribbon they tie it up with at the end to me, or with that it was this dream. But I do sense the loss. I like the themes they're presenting right from the beginning. A friend's death, the parent's death. What do we make of death? People leaving you afterwards. They even throw in a psychic communicating with the dead, so there's lots of themes that he's laying out here, and he does it in a very competent way. It's filmed very well in scenes. I like the way that they're using the cinematography and the colors, and I really enjoyed watching Phantasm. And I think that if you like 70s movies, if you haven't seen this in a while, check it out, because there's a lot to like here in Phantasm. It stands as sort of a classic, and you go into it though thinking, what is this again? Because you just have memories of images. So we've watched a few of these, Erik, where we go back and we're like, yeah, the image, but the rest of it, I was engaged through so much of this at the beginning that about a third into it, Erik, I was like, is this a fucking masterpiece? Like this movie? That's what I thought. I have some difficulties with some things as it goes on, but I'm going to just say, check out Phantasm. It's great. I can't vouch for any of the sequels because I don't think I've ever seen them. So
stop at the
that's
third.
what I
tell you to stop at the third one if you're going to go for it.
Okay.
Because then then they make up shit after that. But I agree. Okay. I think if you love horror movies from the 70s, it's not that grainy feel. It's done really well. It's nightmare fuel. If you want to have nightmares and you're 14 to 19 years old or 17 years old, maybe. If you saw this then, you would be like, holy shit, what's going on? But I love it. It's so bizarre. It's still, I remember watching it the first time and I had little hints of that watching it again, however many years later, there's 20, 35, 45 years later. Yes, love it. Love
Phantasm.
And the musical's coming out too, so that's going to be good.
Yes. Check it out, boy.
That's the name of the first song. Oh my God.
Boy, check it out, boy.
All right, Eric. So I think we both recommend Phantasm.
Yeah.
For those of you watching. Yep. And I will say it makes me feel weird because I think this is one that we should have come up with a rating by now for the podcast so we can give it like a solid rating when we have one like this that we agree on.
Yeah, we do though.
We have a rating?
Yeah.
Oh, what do we come up with?
You're going to be like, oh, of course, I remember this rating.
Okay.
It's I'm going to give it 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10 balls. Simple. It's simple. There's no other.
9 out of 10 balls.
Or 9 out of 10 Dos Equis. It's a 12.
Is that actually 18 Equis?
That's a 12 pack of Dos Equis.
All right. So we could use that now for every podcast. Yeah.
Silver balls.
That actually could work.
Yeah.
Phantasm balls, like for giving those out for movies.
Phantasm balls. If we ever actually come up with one, maybe that's it. Phantasm balls.
If you have phantasm balls, see your doctor.
Yes. Are you suffering from drill?
All right, Eric. Well, I have really enjoyed talking about this great movie with you. But we want to hear what you all think. What did you think of Phantasm? You can reach us at midnightcinemapod.com. You can also check us out on any of your favorite podcast apps, Spotify, Apple. We're on all those podcast platforms. And if you're there, rate and review us. It's how we get the word out about the podcast. And Eric, we'll be back next week with another episode of Midnight Cinema.
Yay. Oh, you know what? My finger box isn't moving anymore. I'm just going to open it.
Okay. What? Oh, Eric! No!
Give me
Eric.
a beer!
Let's get into the garbage disposal. Get to the garbage disposal.